Durgans. Hi.
Yay!
And it's been a whole month. How you been? I've been good. We're here in the deep of water, ready to catch a bad old thing from the stuff and heisting dragons.
Can't wait to punch a guy.
Which are the gold coins and not actually stealing from a dragon, which is what a lot of people assume it is.
That's very.
I want to steal a dragon.
You underestimate
I'm
our
actually
power.
pretty sad about that. To be
There could be a dragon, but not inherently. Because
If there is, we're gonna steal
it. Warriors who terrify.
Although,
if there is, we're gonna either steal it or steal from it.
To be fair, to make a criticism, if it is relating exclusively to gold coin, then it is actually the Waterdeep money heist, which sounds way worse. Anyways, hi. I'm Dungeons.
We're just gold heist.
These
And
guys
I'm
are
dragons.
Yeah. And we're gonna do more of that thing. So,
Here's a dungeons.
Alif, what happened a month ago?
A month ago, we were all set to begin our excursions out to go after all these different things we wanted to go and do, like deliver poison to people, save a kitty cat, kill a necromancer. Things went rather well. We delivered the poison because, you know, fucking they're gonna get the poison anyway. Might as well just get money from it.
One of those things could have been wildly not in the theme of the other things. Fucking kill a necromancer, help some friends, help an old lady cross the street, save a cat, deliver some poison.
We got a lot of money for that poison delivery.
We did.
Most of it, I think, you still have under lock and key, hopefully. But we also, like other people, again, saved the kitty from a tiny beholder. It's pretty cool. We went to the grave to try to find a necromancy boy, and they're like, "Hey, no, fuck off." So we're like, "Oh, I guess we'll fuck off then." But then we came back with more people, and then he's like, "All right, fucking search the south, I guess, and I'll look up here." And we're like, "Okay, man." And then we did, but we didn't find a necromancer, so we went home, and that's it. We're gonna go back.
It's not a lie. It's basically how things went down.
100%
I forgive me for not going into detail. My brain still hurts.
Oh, Quizzical,
Yo,
thank you for the $80.
No.
Hell yeah.
Mwah.
We did it.
It is currently the morning of the 20th of Alturiac. You've already spent the last of the evening. You'd returned home and slept after a night of patrolling the graveyards. And with no sign of the necromancer, you all returned home and found your way to sleep. What would you guys like to do? You know, all of you would wake up. It's fairly bright and early. The sun's just cresting over some of the buildings, just over the corner of Mount Waterdeep. Or no, that's on the western side. So it'd be coming off the other side. So it's just rising over Undercliff.
How long would you say the days are?
Starting to like the bed.
How long would the days be?
How long would you say the days are?
It gets dark relatively early with Mount Waterdeep is pretty big, and that shadows a good chunk of the city, so it gets dark quite fast. I'd say like nightfall starts around like 5-6 p.m.
Okay. So it's December. Good to know.
It's like January, February.
All right.
I will make my way down and do the thing I always do, which is clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm a good waifu.
I don't think I have anything.
It's not
I don't
really
think
snowing.
I don't think I.
Actually, what's the weather like today?
Who knows?
Who could say?
Do you want to add an event? Dang
Holy water rain. Oh, this is gonna ruin our necromancer hunt. They won't come out in this.
There's a light mist over the ground. It had been raining throughout the night. But there's just a cloudy sky overhead, but no rain.
Raining throughout the night? That makes a perfect time to wash the outside of the building.
Not mist. Guys, I've heard about these.
I'm gonna be wiping windows on the first floor and wiping the side of the wood and make it look good. Time.
You did it.
Just wiping down wood.
Yeah, because there could be fucking muck and shit on it, man.
You don't really have the tools to do that, but you have some of the stuff. You do the best you can with what you have. Working outside, you're getting some of the more noticeably dirty spots on the outside clean. You can see there's places
Who
where the
needs
wood's
tools when you have
peeling a
elbow
bit.
grease?
Some of the windows have small cracks and bits missing in them. But you start making a bit of headway into that.
We have to make the outside look good so people will come inside.
I don't have anything in particular I want to handle during the morning. I'm pretty about this whole, like, let's get this necromancer situation, but we have to do that. We're doing that at night, right? So.
Yeah, so we just sort of hang out
If you have
until
anything
night.
going
I don't
on
think I have
during the
anything.
day, then that's what you can get going. Otherwise, you can spend the day however.
Okay. Deep
I think-
view.
Probably after waking up at like noon, Kyra's gonna like at some point during the day gonna try to find Mert's place and let him know that the job is done. The kitty job is done.
All right. So you got a little bit ahead of you before you wake up. Olive's gonna spend a few cleaning and buffing the outside as best she can. It's visually, it doesn't feel like you're getting much of anywhere. It is cleaner, but it's hard to really gauge with just the wear and tear on the walls.
I'm just mostly trying
Nope.
to, get rid of any type of weeds or moss and stuff that's
The
been
Fantasy
traveling
Grounds
up the
capture is
side
being
and
weird.
stuff like that.
Fantasy Grounds capture? What are you doing? You're supposed to be capturing Fantasy Grounds.
No bully fantasy. Grounds.
jeez.
Later we'll get
thought you
some
were
wax or
doing
something and start like freaking wiping it in.
Fantasy Grounds? Fantasy Grounds,
But I'll
what
just
you
spend the
doing?
morning doing that.
Done.
What you think you're doing, Fantasy Ground?
Fantasy
One day we're gonna open this thing up and it's
Grounds!
gonna get us money.
Select option. Fantasy Grounds. Then. There we go. Bam! Ah, jeez. That was annoying. That was annoying.
Maps. Waterdeep.
I'm okay.
Are you?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
No reason. Just
His home is in the C ward.
You're in the C ward.
So after a while, you wake up. Are you just going by yourself, Kyra?
I'm gonna let everyone know where I'm going. If they want to tag along, they can. But that's if not, then she'll go on her own.
I'll go with her.
All right. So you head on out. I would like I'd like you to roll me a D100, Kyra, if you can.
Okay.
You make your way to the estate, and there's a large gate open. The house is fairly large and imposing, especially given the area. Most of these houses are small fishermen's houses. This is one of the only major estates in this part of the Sea Ward. The windows are all darkened. Some of them even have more of like a mirror-like quality to them. It's hard to see through them. You approach and knock on the door, and after an extended period of time, it doesn't seem like anyone's coming to the door.
He's not home. Is this the right place?
I don't know. What's your job?
She'll I guess try again. As loud as she possibly can.
You police knock. No answer.
Maybe they stepped out.
Maybe, yeah. Does it look like there's like anyone around?
The grounds themselves seem very plain. There's not like a lot of things to be tended to, so there's no gardeners or anything of the like. The place seems quite desolate. Even the neighborhood itself, the area immediately surrounding it, seems relatively unoccupied.
Is the door like locked?
You try the door, it's locked.
Well, All right. Shit.
You want to just wait here until they show up, or no?
I can wait a little bit. Yeah,
Alright.
so stick around for like, I don't know, like an hour or so, maybe an hour and a half.
You
Just
spend
see if
about
he
an hour
shows.
and a half waiting, wind kind of blowing as the two of you stand on the. It's kind of like an extended deck that wraps around slightly around the front of the house. There's a bit of cover, but you do take a good bit of wind being this close to the sea. The west gate, not too far from where you are, and hour and a half goes by. Nothing.
Hmm.
Start hearing the city itself a bit more as the day goes on. As you pass, I mean, you get here around from your house about 1, 2, so it's about 2:30 or so by the time you guys have finished this up. And in the distance, you can hear like the market is still rattling fairly well. For a spring morning, it's quiet in this area, but it's the city seems to be fairly active.
I guess.
Does this person have a day job?
I mean, I think he's a harper, so
So he must
maybe
play
he's
the
out
harp.
doing harper shit.
Is
Oh
there
well.
is there a Harper guild or something?
The Harpers are very, very secretive, and no, there's no like establishment to find the Harpers.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Yeah, more often than not, Harpers find you.
Fair.
Well, I guess I can try again another time or whatever.
Yeah. Hopefully you're not in urgent need of whatever this award is. So,
Yeah, I was mostly just trying to let him know the job's done, see if he had anything else for me. But I guess he'll find me if he needs anything. Look, as I guess, yeah, she'll walk away from the place and look around. Is there anything like interesting? Any like shops or of note in the immediate vicinity?
You've been around the area before. You're not far from the Fields of Triumph. The marketplace isn't far away. So is the God Catcher, although that's more of like an apartment complex. I can't remember what the Sahuagin Humboldt is. I think that might be a bar. Let me double check.
Sahuagin what?
It's one of the statues of Waterdeep. Dun, dun, dun. It is nope. That is just a big ass statue. Looking south towards the Fields of Triumph, you see a large statue. It's about 90 feet tall, peeking over many of the buildings. You can see most of it from where you are, but as you from precisely where you are, you'd see like its head over the Fields of Triumph.
cool.
Yeah.
I know what these things are, right? Since I'm
Yeah, you'd be
familiar,
be fairly aware of what the statues are. You've never seen them active, but you have a general idea that they're there for when.
God, I hope I never see them active.
Yeah. The fact that like a game with the Great Drunkard, the fact that people have built apartments into the Godcatcher and a bar into the Great Drunkard, these things rarely do anything.
So, yeah. Cool. I guess we're
I guess
heading back then? Or...
Head on back. If we're gonna head off to the City of the Dead again tonight, we might want to stop by Fala's place and grab some potions or something.
Sure. I've got one potion, but I've also got some healing, so...
Yeah. Still good to stock up.
Yeah.
And she'll keep on a walking.
All right, seaward back to the northward. So you guys have about an hour or so in the busier streets of the city now. Now that you're in the proper business day and everyone's gustling about, especially as you get closer to the market, the streets become much more packed in. Thanks to the lack of rain today, it seems like more people are out and about. Making your way back to Troll Skull Alley, you see several people passing by. You see a group of 4 halflings, 2 female, 2 male, dancing about just down the road from where you guys live. They seem to just be performing and having fun.
Oh yeah, party hard.
Were rats.
See, you see an old lady walking about. She seems to be carrying a bag of groceries, and several what looks like house servants bustling about.
she carry groceries? She's evil.
Baxter, is there anything you'd like to have gotten done in the meantime, or are you just waiting for the evening?
I assume that my tentative employers would seek me out if they had anything that they wanted. And I'm pretty sure I don't have to get them back to anything. Yeah, I would pretty much hang out around the house. Probably doing copious amounts of push-ups!
I mean, some push-ups.
Oh,
Yeah.
why? Why is your
Yeah.
dice this way?
There you go. You got there.
I did it!
I want to help him push ups.
Do you not like that, Spencer? Do you not like
I hate
my
it.
blinding dice?
I fucking detest it.
That you can't...
Ugh.
I want to do a push-up.
Hate it.
I did a push-up and
You
then I
did a
died.
push-up.
And then I died.
Leaf attempts to join you, but she's a little worn out from cleaning for hours at this point, and
Thank you.
she does a few push-ups, but she just kind of sits down.
I failed.
Around this point, the other two walk back in.
Oh, hell yeah, push-ups.
Just drops to the ground.
Yeah! All right! Just everyone in a
Fucking
circle
Lord.
just doing push.
Sorry, I'm in heavy armor. It's not great.
How come how
what?
come like
Damn
the tokens? How come the tokens on the map here are like so weird?
I don't have
The
your
map?
map.
What map?
The Troll Skull Manor.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh,
I'm-
like different sized. Oh,
Oh,
that
I
is.
don't- I don't have it up.
Yeah, I have the map of the city up. That's it.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
Bax
just
is-
I have Troll Skull Manor like locked in.
Oh, I've
so
got
I
the
can
old
look at
map
whatever.
apparently. I don't have the updated one.
Troll
yeah,
skull.
Bax is
man.
tinier than everyone else.
Yeah, Baxter's is
Well,
like
that's-
half our size. And
that's
if we try
true
to
to
make him
life,
go
though. I'm
higher, he's
5'6".
like double our size.
Oh,
I'm small, remember? I'm 5'6". This is just factual.
I understand, but you're not that small.
I don't
have.
I can't see how
Not
small.
halfling size.
I can't see how small the token is, but you can't prove that I'm not that small.
you are the size that Glenn is in comparison to the rest of the Tomb Party.
I don't know if that's correct. Maybe it is.
I have both Troll Skull Manor maps open, and there's no tokens on either.
What the
Troll
fuck
Skull
is
Manor-
happening?
Troll Skull Manor Manor players.
Why do I have? Why are there 3 Troll Skull Manor maps? Also, they're all identical. I've already talked about this before, but the DM map has nothing different than the player's map. There's no change.
It's
I'm
likely
trying to
because
share it,
modules
but it
like
won't let me
this
share it.
modules like this tend to come with a player side and a DM side, and the same asset is probably in both.
Yeah, like the non-player map doesn't have anything on it, but like the player map has all 4 of us on it.
I feel like on account of the fact that we're not in combat,
Yeah,
this
you don't
this
really
isn't
need it.
terribly
Doesn't really
relevant.
matter.
I was just wondering because like his token was like weird compared to all of ours, but I understand. I'm just playing.
So, as I was saying before, we were so rudely interrupted, Deco.
Sorry.
Push-ups.
Push-ups, though.
I'm doing nothing. I legitimately am just trying to burn the day away until we get to the going out hunting again. Bax has an
Basically
incredibly
same.
one-track mind.
I'm just cleaning so that one day we can turn this place into a bar.
Cool.
Alright, you guys spend the day, in this case, working out and finding ways to distract yourselves, having some fun. As night slowly approaches, you guys are getting closer to the time where it is about the time of day to make your way to the City of the Dead.
All right.
Do we want to stop by and grab some potions, or do we think we don't need that?
I'm fine. If you guys want some, then
I'm broke as shit. So
well then. I don't know what to tell you.
I think we should probably just keep looking. I mean, to be fair, it doesn't seem like this person is 100% going to be there tonight. We
Bye,
couldn't find
Baxter.
him at all yesterday.
We all left. Didn't we?
Oh, I thought we were still in the house about.
See you guys there!
Let's.
Yeah.
All right. I guess we're going.
I'm saying this because, you know, we're fucking apparently the entire day's happened, so I'm guessing you guys came back by then.
Yeah.
All right. Let's follow the backs.
Hello, Baxter.
Doing
You,
it.
Are the lanterns lighting again?
as you make your way towards the City of the Dead, it's already a little darker now, but as you start going, you see different lamps around the city start lighting up on their own.
I take one of those blue lamp things again.
The blue ones are specifically in the City of the Dead. The ones around you
I will
currently
wait
on
until
your
we
way
get
there.
to the City of the Dead.
As you guys cross through the gates, you can see your larger paladin friend already on his route, just pacing through, torch in one hand. He's got his great sword rested over his shoulder.
And he was Sir...
Get his name for you.
Everdon, I think, right?
Mhm.
Everdon?
Yeah.
Sir Everton. Hey, 4.
Stop that, you cat!
Just wanting to make sure, because I didn't have him written down yet.
Okay, so last night we didn't have any success managing to find this necromancer. So I spent all day thinking of how we might lure them out. And
Yeah.
Oh, is that what you were doing?
yeah, I do push-ups whenever I need to think.
Ah.
Your body's one big muscle. Engage part of it, and the rest of it'll follow. But what I was thinking was, if we want to catch a necromancer, we've got to have some necromancer bait. And what do necromancers
impressed.
love most?
What do they love most?
Dead bodies. And we just happen to be where?
In a graveyard.
Which is why I brought these! I have shovels.
What do you want us to do, Bax?
I think you know what I want you to do.
I think I do, and I sure as hell hope I don't. I'm wrong.
Didn't Sir Everdon tell us not to disturb the places?
He also told us to look for the necromancer. So I feel like if we do one thing that he said and one thing he said not to do, then we're just back on neutral terms with him.
So you want us to dig up bodies and then wave around these bodies like bones in front of a dog?
You haven't heard the second half of the plan.
Tell me the second half of the plan.
We get like
Please,
a little,
for the love of God.
we get like a little pile of bodies. And a box. And a stick.
what?
And a box. And a stick.
I'm gonna take one.
This is the first time I've not been able to fucking stay in his stupidity. He does. We know what this bit is. He does this bit. You guys reject it. We move on.
I take one of the blue flames, Aaron.
All right, yeah, it did same as last time. It glides up towards you, snuffing out the lamp, which then slowly relights itself.
So now that we've got through that encounter,
Now you've solved my listening to Bax puzzle.
maybe this time we should we stay together like we did last time, or should we split up and search around?
Cover more ground. Yeah. Want to split up in groups of 2?
Sure.
Okay.
How do we divide this up?
Into 2.
Yeah. Into 2.
You guys currently have the southern half of the graveyard to patrol, so roughly, if I'll share this, so you have a general idea. You're roughly looking somewhere around like anything south of there. So you could quarter it if you wanted to do it that way.
Yep. I more meant like, you know, who's going with who.
I'll go with the leaf. Starts dragging her off in a direction.
Was looking at Torin, but gets dragged off. Goodbye, Master Torin. It's just like for a second, she's just like watching him as he's like trying to decide things. Little ponytail, like fucking wagging like a dog's tail.
All right.
But then gets dragged away.
And I'll go with Kyra. This is what Bax was, right? We haven't done this in a month. He's just stupid. That is his one thing.
That's his thing.
All right. All right, so I guess you and I have to patrol the other way then.
Yeah, seems like it.
Yo, you're like... Do you have any way to actually find, like, undead and whatnot?
Yeah, I do.
You were doing it before,
it only
right?
works like... Yeah, I've used it before. It only works like 10 minutes at a time, but then I'd have to spend more energy doing it. But if we come across any undead within that 10 minutes, I'll know exactly where they are.
Okay. And I'll use my own powers of perception.
You got it.
Which one of the four of you would like me to roll me a percentile die?
I can.
I'll do it.
Oh,
Damn it!
shit.
It's
My
already...
bad.
There it is. It's already been done.
All right.
Can't be undone.
You each split up into your separate groups. You spend the night patrolling diligently, checking all the usual nooks and stuff you discovered from the last evening. The graveyard itself remains silent for this evening.
Fucking just lifting rocks, being like, I'm gonna find you. I don't know where your
Just looking under a rock.
necromancer cave is, but I'm gonna get you.
I'm just imagining like while he's doing that, just the actual necromancer walks behind him and just walks off to a different part of this.
So that's...
Like
jeez.
while Baxter's back is turned, it's just like a fucking dude with like a skeleton fucking mask and like a black hood just walks by him.
He's looking under like a rock next to a grave, and by the time he sets it down, he's just like, all right, so he's not around. Just cut to a wide shot of the dozens of graves around him all having been dug up completely. He's like, what? How? When? Dang it! What?
Torin, where were you? What? Oh, so no, nothing that happened that night.
No,
that
the night goes by without event. Around 3, 4 in the morning, in the dead of night, it becomes pretty apparent that if anything was going to happen this evening, it probably would have happened by now.
Yeah, what do you think the chances are that the necromancer operates during the day?
I mean, I haven't met very many necromancers, if at all. But, you know, I usually associate them with night. But, you know, it could be a chance of them operating in the day.
Nah.
Hiding in plain sight, all that fun stuff.
If we look during the day, though, we won't be ready to look throughout the night, will we? That would take a lot.
It would. I mean, got nothing else to do during the day.
What you thinking there, Bax?
Nothing.
All right.
Well, okay.
I've never met a necromancer, and I don't understand them. I was trying to think like a necromancer, but... like...
How can I do that? if
Dead
I'm not
bodies.
one?
I hate birds. I don't know. That might just be a character choice on my part. What has this necromancer done again, exactly?
I think he's raised some skeletons, right? I think
So,
that's what was told.
if they're such a big deal, why are we having such a hard time bumping into them?
Yeah, they're good at hiding.
He's been stealing body parts from what you've heard so far.
Okay.
Been raiding places.
So
Grave
he's not-
robbing, effectively.
He's not attacking anybody or anything. He's collecting body parts, probably to make some kind of whatever our universe's equivalent of a Frankenstein's monster is. So, it's not like we can go around being like, hey, have you locals bumped into any skeleton attacks lately? Because that'd be real easy. What are the telltale signs of a necromancer? Where was the last place he stole bodies?
I don't know.
That's something we could ask Sir Everdon.
Because if we know that, and if we can maybe figure out some kind of pattern into which graveyards or which graves are being stolen from, then maybe we can figure out where they're going to go next.
He could still be around if we want to go and ask him really quick before we head home.
I think so.
All right,
We do that thing.
let's do that.
He's patrolling the north side. So it's on the way to you guys. You find him walking about, the torch extinguished now, and both hands holding the great sword, and it's just emitting a dull blue light.
Fancy.
Well, we also emit a dull blue light.
It's true, from your palm, and you do, not we. You communist.
Our friends. There's a tiny flame, and it extends throughout my friend group. I'm kidding.
Blue flames for everyone.
Oh.
He slowly turns over to you.
Nothing on your end?
No, nothing tonight. You can call it for the evening. You can find more tomorrow.
I look to
Hopefully.
Baxter.
Oh. Mr. Knight of God.
Kill him for, but yes.
Yeah. that is not a god?
Seems strange to just one god.
What a weird hang-up. Anyways, so we were thinking, we don't really have any information regarding exactly which graves this necromancer's hit previously. So, could you maybe tell us, like, what the pattern of what graveyards around here or individual graves they've hit? Because we might be able to establish, like, a pattern. Like, maybe they're moving in a direction, or maybe we could, like, triangulate their position based off of how far they go. Maybe if we put them all on dots on a map and then find the central point, maybe that will be the necromancer's lair. It just seems like information that would be useful.
For the first few nights, they were all bunched up on the western gates. It looks like it was something opportunistic. Most recently, I'm unsure if this happens sporadically and always late at night. We only ever discovered days later, so it's hard to tell the occurrence of when these robberies happen.
With you watching, why is it taking so long to figure out when people are having their graves robbed?
This graveyard is as large as the city in most places.
That's true. Can't you
That's
like?
the name.
Can't you get like a a larger, I don't, scouting party?
That's what
Just
we
so,
are.
More spread out.
That is what you are. The church itself doesn't deem it worthy of investigation.
All right. Well, I guess we'll come back tomorrow and see if we get lucky enough to run into him.
If only we had like 1,000 wizards to put like 1,000 alarm spells on all the graves. But then a bird would probably fly onto one, and then it would just, that'd just be bad.
Yeah, that'd be a bad time.
Just 1,000 screaming wizards outside of the graveyard.
I guess all we can really hope to do is keep looking night after night.
Yeah. All right.
You'll return home and find yourself some rest.
On the there was something that I wanted to Kyra to bring up to Alif while they were doing. Can we like?
Sure.
Yeah. As they're searching the graveyard, Kyra will look over to Alif and be like, "So, you planning on telling the boys about that?" And kind of motions to her neck.
I don't know what you mean. I'm kidding.
The thing we had a conversation about last night.
No, we didn't. Shut your face. You're dumb. I'm kidding. Like just kind of like brings hand up towards Scarf and then back over. It isn't too much of a problem, I don't think.
I mean, the chance of someone watching is always there, even if you think it's not gonna happen. It could happen. It could be happening right now. And, you know, if they're watching you, they could be watching all of us. So I feel like it'd be the cool thing to do to at least let them know that it's there and see what they have to say about it.
You don't know who put this here. I don't think that... I think it was more a thing to keep watch around him. Not really something like this. There's no way that he would really go through all the trouble, I don't think.
What do you mean?
It's not that I'm the only person he had, you know?
Yeah. You mean keep...
These were everywhere there. We're so far away, months away. I don't think that he would bother. I'm not worth that much, you know.
Baber.
Kyra, make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh. Okie dokie. Oh, no. Oh, ba 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 ba. Okay.
That's also a check, not a save.
Oh,
Yeah,
What?
what? Higher?
I clicked the thing for saves. Oh no, that's oh my bad.
Yeah, that's fine. You got a 19.
I mean, you already
Right.
rolled it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, it would have been a +1, so it would have been you would have got
20.
20.
Yeah.
Hey, you're fine.
Okay.
Neat.
Cool.
Just so I know as a player that like nothing was felt or anything, right? Okay, cool.
Why would there be?
I'm not sure how these kinds of things work exactly, so but yeah. I'm just saying, you know, even if you don't think that whoever this person is values you that much, you could be wrong. Is all I'm saying, and they could be watching at any moment. So, if you're fine with leaving that thing on, then I suppose that is your choice. But I think that anyone who could be affected by it should at least know.
The
That's all
last
I'm
time
saying.
something we did try to do something about anything involving me, it was very much... You're all very kind. You wanted to make sure that I felt fine even after coming down from that mountain, even though a couple of days of bed rest would be sufficient. All of you will jump to action, and I really appreciate that, but I don't feel like now's the time for us to make the others jump to action. I feel like it'd just be a big distraction for now. If I tell them, then they'll want to fix it. And it doesn't need fixing right now, I don't think. I'm sorry.
Okay, if that's what you think.
It's
And
kind of
then-
like readjusts her scarf and then just keeps looking unless she's brought something up again.
No, that's basically the end of what you wanted to say.
They're all very kind, and they do everything that they can to help me, which is why I've decided to leave them in blissful ignorance. I've taken the choice right out of their hands, because I don't trust
I want to
these
finish
kind,
what we're
helpful
doing
people.
now so that we can do what we're doing now. Before you guys decide to spend all of our resources and time on removing my necklace. I'm kidding.
Yeah, basically she'll just cap it off as like, oh, still, think about it maybe. And if you change your mind, you know, go ahead and do it, I guess. And that will be
Your
the end of what
side
she has.
comes to a conclusion. You all speak with Sir Ambrose Everdon, and you make your way home for an evening's rest after a late night of patrolling the graveyards. For the sake of brevity, is there anything you guys would like to do during the week?
Clean house.
Are we getting close to the fields opening?
The single combat begins in about 5 days.
Okay.
And the group combat begins 2 days after that.
When we get to that, then I will want to partake and
Then you will have
participate.
things to do. All right. So
till then,
to expedite things, I don't think there's much happening around the city until then. So for the next, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 4 percentile die rolls.
I want this one.
That's enough
Let's
for each of
go.
us.
Yeah.
I got a 4.
4.
Okay.
He said he wanted 4, and I provided.
Hell yeah.
I don't need any more.
I did it! Woo! Fucking Baxter went home that night, got a map of the City of the Dead, put the 2 locations that he'd been told that they were at as pinpoints on it, looked at it, math just filled his vision, those 2 points triangulated to a random spot on the map, and he's like, they're there. I've cracked the code.
How did you figure this out, but you can't count money?
It all makes sense. Based off of the distance between these 2 locations and this main road that runs through the city, I can extrapolate that the easiest path for them to move dead bodies would have been this way. But if they'd taken that path, then these people in these houses would surely have seen them carrying the tools needed to dig them up, which means they would have had to cut through down here. And they would only have done that if they had the proper clothes and equipment, which they could only have acquired if they lived near this store. They must be there!
Good job.
That's what happened. It's canon.
Brilliant
Aaron says it.
deduction.
I did.
Baxter, you're pointing at you're pointing at a map. You're pointing at a map of Neverwinter.
They must. I figured out where in the city they are. They're here in the City of the Dead.
How do you guys split up the search for the next evening? Are you going as a group, or are you going in your similar 2x2?
Probably.
I feel like we probably would have done the 2x2 again.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
No reason not to.
Same
Same
split.
groups as before?
Uh,
Okay.
For
So
the sake
what
of
I'm
brevity.
gonna do is I'm gonna put you guys on 2 separate paths.
Is you and me, BB. Let's go, Logan.
Let's
Take your little
go.
battle map.
Team Squishy, let's go.
There's now.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to haphazardly make it, but it will function for our purposes.
Yeah.
Probably won't
All
be
right,
needed.
cool.
A leaf goes over here. Fiber goes over with the
A
leaf.
tree goes over there. A flower goes under here.
And let's
I
say
will
you
have also
guys are
cast
right
mage
about
armor.
here. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Mark off your spell slot.
Yeah.
Mage
don't listen
armor's,
to him. You don't
Mage
have to.
armor is one of like the few things in this game that if somebody says they have been doing it, I'm like, I assume that you are always doing that.
Yeah. I'm like,
It's one of the
Yeah.
one of the very few things I wouldn't ask
usually
someone
I'm
to
just like,
upkeep.
say it, mark off the slot, I believe you. Because why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Especially for this, yeah.
It's like big bads. I mean, if they're a mage big bad, they've cast mage armor
Yes.
and probably contingency and something. The path is wide enough that you can go 2x2, so that's fine. Let's go off in the distance. You can kind of see spots of each of all the graves. You can definitely, especially a Leaf and Kyra are quite easy for the 2 of you to see. Walking about as she's emitting a dull blue light from her palm.
Oh, right. The people without dark vision are going around
Yeah.
at night and found
I have a little ball of light.
I probably got like a torch or something.
Alright, you guys are making your way down the path. Holding your regular routes. When, since you guys got it, we'll let you guys start with it. you hear a clattering of bones.
Oh.
And from behind one of the nearby mausoleums, you see just the tip of a bow peeking out, and just a dull red glow staring at you.
Like a knocked bow, like it's aimed and ready to go.
Bow aimed at your direction. Let me plop them on the map. I need the.
Oh man, it'd certainly suck if someone were to suddenly throw a javelin! Do I have a javelin? Do I have javelins? Yes, javelin.
Yes, you do.
How far away is it?
For you two, let me get a read. It's not. It's about 25 feet away.
Okay.
Where are they? I'll get them on.
I don't know,
roll
but I've
initiative,
javelined
and then
them.
we'll do that thing where the fighting happens.
Ah, jeez.
Where? Oh, where? Oh, where? Heck! I had it 2 seconds ago.
Piss.
Here we go. Okay. We are in Enclave. And... Skellington.
Boom, 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 boom.
Jack
boom,
Skellington.
You've discovered my plan.
I knew it. Yeah, I knew it.
This one goes away, because I only need that many. Now all of these things go over here. Spooky, scary. That one's up.
Scary.
This one's
Skeletons.
here. This one's here. This one's here. One's, fuck it. This one's over here. You guys look over and see coming out from different areas a myriad.
I'm so happy!
Same.
Look at those skellies.
I'm going to roll.
Look at
They're
them
all gonna go on their
skeletons.
pre-programmed initiative. And where's initiative? Role player initiatives. Baxter. That's very fitting. You see the one around the corner right over there has a bow knocked and it's aimed directly at you.
If it's that close to me, I might just charge it.
Makes sense?
So. I jump. Are there graves about? Are all the little... Are these graves?
Yeah, just haphazardly threw a bunch around.
They're
all about chest high for the
I
most
hit a
part.
slightly elevated stone, leap into the air, jump up, and come down on this thing trying to punch it. And I'm gonna immediately go into a rage. 'Cause that's how I do. I'm gonna remind myself how barbarians
I
work.
just made it for you. I just realized.
What?
Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna go ahead and remind myself real quick. So this works on. If it's the first one I hit on each of my turns, got it. Okay, coming in. Brah! Oh,
Kyra and Elif, give me perception checks.
Okay.
Is it to hear the band?
It's the combat.
and
to
it's
see
too
what-
late. It's too late to say that I reckless attack. Darn. What a crafty skeleton. And I can't take a bonus attack. Because I raged. Darn.
Fool.
Is
Yeah,
enough
I'd
to
say
hear- is that enough to
you
hear
both
combat in the silence?
are aware enough. It's quiet and it's not amazingly far. I mean, over here, so you hear just off in the distance the sounds of Baxter getting into Baxter mode.
You
He's
hear
in
the
Baxter mode.
you
We gotta
hear the
go.
very
Sounds like
loud
they struck gold.
rising up from the soil, only to be beaten back down by the hand of stone. These bones rise up, and I missed. Fuck! Oh, you dodged. Damn it! You're pretty quick. And that's me.
Clatters at you, and Kyra, your turn.
All right, and she's gonna do a rush over that way. She will. How far could she get? She could get.
Guys, we lucked out. With all these bodies here, the necromancer won't be able to help but to come running.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you for that. 5, 10, 15, 20.
You disgust me.
30. You can get about here.
Yep, you can get there.
And see a skelly?
It would be in dim light, so you can barely make this thing out. But yeah, you can see it.
Right.
You got dark vision, so I think it'd be quite fine for you.
Oh, okay. I can just make the attack without.
Attacks
disadvantage,
in dim light aren't disadvantage, anyways. It's only perception.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, she will go ahead and launch. Yeah, she can't see any of the ones past that, probably.
With dark vision, yeah, unless they've got a torch up, they are outside your range.
She will go ahead and throw a magic missile at this thing then. Actually,
yeah.
she has Misty Step. I forgot about that.
Gonna get in melee with the skeletons, gonna stab you.
Well, just get closer so she might be able to see the other ones and be able to do things like next turn. But whatever. Save the slot. I'll do it.
You don't see Baxter on this one, so you can also safely assume that there are more.
Yeah. So she'll just do a magic missile for this turn.
All right, hits. What with it being magic missile?
Yep.
What level?
First.
All right.
Which one is this boy? He's 4.
Number 4.
Magic missile. Bear. Oh, damn. All right, then.
And bolts of energy fly out from you. You see part of its like bones just shatter and scatter into dust across the grave. It almost falls apart and then clatters up, trembling as it turns back towards you and raises its bow. The baddies. Skellington Juan.
Damn you, Skellington Juan.
Go
I
back
don't
to
like you,
Halloween
Skellington Juan.
Skellington Juan. He's going to take a bow shot at Baxter. That is a miss.
Yeah.
Skellington
Skelly
2
archers.
will instead draw its short sword and it's going to attack you with
Nice,
a
Skelly
rusted blade.
warrior.
That is a natural 2. This is me today. My vestige holder. Skellington 3. It's gonna peek. It's gonna take a shot at Torin.
I won't get any of my vestige luck. I won't get any criticals.
It's a 22. That hits.
Oh, jeez. Ah.
Arrow flies out of the dark and into your shoulder.
The amount that I want you to just start getting like a bunch of criticals on Torin.
I swear to God.
Master Torin, no!
And it darts back into the shadows.
Oh, you bitch.
Skeleton 4 wheels and it's going to take a shot at Kyra.
Do it, bitch.
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 That's a 17.
Yeah, arrows, bitch.
Poo. As it lets an arrow fly, it doesn't fly quite true as it's shaking as it's trying to reform itself into some sort of semblance of what was once a human. But the arrow does hit and nicks you right in the like almost where your throat would be, and it digs in your shoulder and flies past. Skellington 5. It's going to peek out. Shoot at Baxter.
Not Baxter.
Try it. You'll find that I'm more durable than you.
3, 4, 5.
Unlike you guys, not only do I have a skeleton inside, but I have a layer of fleshy armor protecting me. Can you say the same?
And then actual armor.
I'm a barbarian. I don't got actual armor.
Oh, right, you're right.
Then this sick coat.
As a flurry of arrows passes Baxter as he dodges between them, He is unscathed. The rest of you take a few.
I don't take any arrows.
Not yet. You see one kind of whiz by and clatter into the road with a bit of blood on the tip, barely illuminated by the light in your hand.
Oh, that's not good then. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, dash 35.
Remember, your speed is 40.
Right, I forgot. So 40 is here because that's 35, 40. Then dash. Actually, bonus action dash with step of the wind.
Heck yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Boink.
You can get there.
5, 10, 15.
Why are you the way that you are?
25, 30, 35.
Please see one of the
I'm
reasons I
gonna
lock
punch him.
tokens.
Also, I used a key point. Does that mean I can use key powered strike? No, because that's a bonus action. Never mind. I think. Yeah, it's a bonus action. Okay, I'm gonna punch him.
There you go.
We'll do no such thing.
Haba.
That hits.
Ha-pa-pa.
Haba.
Ha-pa-pa.
I killed it.
Ha-pa-pa.
It wheels around and just blows through the darkness.
I saw the arrow and I'm like,
I will say, Ari, you would have to extinguish your hand light if you wanted to go into like melee combat.
I would. What if
Yes.
I kick it?
You can't hold like a hand candle. You can still kick it, but you can't focus on the two at once.
What? I don't see that anywhere in the spell.
It's true.
All right, so I'm gonna say that for flourish, I throw the fire at its face and then I punch it. I blind the skeleton and then I
you are
punch
now
it.
in darkness.
Yay!
I have a torch.
There we go. So you are in dim light.
And that was 35, so 40. That's my turn.
Torin.
It's me.
All right.
You.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right. Hello, friend. I'm going to beat you up.
I'm gonna beat you up. I raise my long sword, and I'm gonna slash you to death.
With my long sword.
Yup, do the do.
Hiya! Shit.
Cop! I'm sorry.
Bring the sword wide. It swings through the skeleton, passing through its ribcage. Doesn't seem to find any proper
bitch.
connection.
You were supposed to do the do, not don't the dunt.
Don't the dunt.
Got
Did
him.
Did it. Okay. Well, that's me. Good turn.
All right. Let me show you how it's done. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start reckless attacking. Boof. And I'm going to go ahead and go for my first attack on this skeleton boy. But before I do that, I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to get over here. I'm going to slide in behind Torin, whip around, and I'm going to go for a punch. Brah!
Kidney punch.
Does that hit?
That hits.
Ha-ha! Told you I'd show you how it's done. And Divine Fury, here I come. Enjoy radiant damage, skeleton.
You won't.
Nice.
I get it.
Baxter punches it and it explodes.
See? That's how you do the do. That's the radiant godlike power of Obad Baxter. 1 second, though. Hey, what's up? Sorry, I got bigger there for a sec. And bonus action attack. I assume that hits.
Yep.
All right, well, I unfortunately cannot strike you with radiant power, but I can strike you with fist power, so enjoy this.
Yeah, you punch it and its shoulder blade shatters in one spot.
What the?
You're as it slowly pulls itself back together.
All right, that's me.
Kyra.
Okie dokie. Going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. The light from his torch puts them all in dim light, right?
Most of them would be in bright light currently. The ones at the edge of that circle, those two are in dim, and the other two are in bright.
Okay. What's the range on you? Scorching ray. 120 feet. I'm good. Yeah, she's gonna try to go for a scorching ray. And start with skeleton 6 over here.
Do it to it.
I'm gonna do it to it.
Do it, but don't dunt it to it.
I won't don't it dunt it.
That's scorching ray. That's a different one. It's
Okie dokie.
Excellent.
Have some damage.
as a beam of fire passes past you, Baxter. It immolates the skeleton in front of you as it slowly crumbles into.
And now for which one are you? You are skeleton 1.
Goodbye,
Attack.
skeleton.
That hits.
Bah!
That's a lot of damage.
And
That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Hey,
and bah!
that's a lot of damage.
It's a lot of damage.
And bah!
It's dead.
There we go.
Is he a level 2?
Yeah, Scorching Ray is a level 2 spell.
Oh, sorry. I thought you made 4. Brain. Yeah, I thought it was level 3. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it explodes. As 2 skeletons in front of you just are reduced to ash.
Hell yeah, got him!
And so the world will turn to ash.
The power of one. Skeleton 3.
You have no power here, skeleton 3.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's gonna take a bow attack
At who?
at Torin.
No!
That's a crit.
Oh my god!
Shit!
It begins!
You don't crit on anyone else but Buddy.
So goddamn angry. Oh! I'm glad I'm killing all of you in Tomb. This is my revenge.
I'm so happy.
A
Hey.
bow whizzes past your ear, Kyra, but does not make contact.
A bow was just past your ear.
Or,
Holy shit!
He just threw the bow.
it pulled back the arrow, let it go, and the bow flew, and the arrow stayed in their hand. Boom.
Skeletons aren't smart. I mean,
A bow of shooting. It's a curse weapon.
Oh, Torin. It's a good thing. If it happens to you, it's not happening to anybody else. That's the way to look at it.
Oh, that's fine.
You're protecting us. It's like a hidden meta feature that you have. You soak up critical hits so that no one else has to take them.
I will go here.
I need
I
adamantine
will-
armor.
Unfortunately, not be able to hit it with a fist, but I'm gonna throw a dart at it.
All right.
Yeah. Chuck a dart at him. Take this. take this darty boy.
Aaron and I both have like the
Yeah.
same extension installed that recognizes Buddy's IP and like always rolls crits against characters logged in by.
Unfortunately, I can't do anything else because I don't want to waste my last 2 key points.
That's
Throw
fair.
a dart and just kind of sticks into its skull. It chatters its teeth at you.
That's me.
Torin.
Okay.
The one that hit you ran away, right? It went and disappeared?
Ran around
Yeah.
the corner.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can I see him from here?
Yep.
All right. I'm going to try and cast
Disintegration.
Disintegration.
Just becomes a fucking 11th level wizard.
This is when we learned that Torin actually is like a high level character, and he wasn't supposed to say it, but you crit him, so
He's the Torin from the Schmuck's Quest campaign.
Oh, jeez. I'm going to cast command on him. And I'm going to tell him to approach. Boop. Did he fail?
Fails, yep.
Good.
Yay! All right, I'm telling him to approach, so he'll
you're
approach.
approaching me.
He'll approach me, and then and on his turn, and then he'll end his turn. So,
Alright.
yay!
It's not like you're approaching me, it's you're approaching me.
All right. Gonna go down.
Bastard.
Gonna rush. See that? Be like, I think you got this. You go ahead and get your revenge. I, on the other hand, cracks knuckle Inuyasha style, rushes forward, jumps in the air, and I'm gonna go for an attack on this boy. I'm gonna go ahead and use my reckless attack because why wouldn't I?
Goodbye,
And
Skeleton 5.
oh, did it hit?
Miss!
It missed! It missed, boys!
You missed, boy. You
I
missed.
strike. I bring an elbow drop down on the skeleton's foot, hoping it'll reel in pain, and then remember that it lacks nerves. Quickly standing, I try to uppercut through its ribcage into its skull. Bap! There we go.
That hits.
And this one will have Divine Fury on it. So, bah!
It
Dead.
explodes. As you punch through its rib cage, you feel it buckle under just the sheer force of your like steel-plated fist. As you like follow through, you catch it in the bottom of its skull, and it flies up into the air and clatters onto the road in front of you.
Having the close up of showing of your radiant fucking power.
And I still have, I think, 15 feet. I was like right there, right? So I should still have. I was like, all right, you got this. You get revenge. And then I turn. I'm like, unless I get revenge first. And then start running towards it. I'm in a bloody rage. What can I say? Put an enemy in front of me and I can't help but to beat it down. That's my turn, though.
Punching as you run that way.
Kyra will use her action to dash and get here.
All right.
And yeah, right now that's her turn.
It approach.
All right.
It attack.
No, he ends his turn once he does.
Is that what command says?
Yeah, I'll read it real quick.
Speak out one more command. The target must succeed a wisdom save or follow the command on its next turn. It has no effect if it is undead.
Oh,
It says the target, like, for approach, it says the target moves towards you.
ending its turn if it moves within 5 feet of you. Yeah, it's true. All right,
And
it
it's
simply
fake?
strolls up
It
to you.
says no effect on undead.
What?
Did you just read that it has no effect on undead?
the spell has no effect if the target is undead.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, shit.
Or it doesn't understand your language. I don't know how you would...
You justify that for a skeleton, but
Come here.
So, yeah.
Well,
Well, that's unfortunate.
could I have used my action then to just dash toward him?
Yeah, sure. You can be right up in its face.
All right.
You would have known that.
Yeah, that feels
Alright,
like
cool.
that feels like a thing that you would know.
Yeah.
This is actually the first undead you've ever seen.
Yeah.
You will run towards you, like you put your hand up, just like approach, and it starts walking towards you, and you're like, yeah, it's working, and it's raising its sword, and you're like, you can't do that. You can't do that. Stop
that's
it.
not part of
Who
that.
said you could do that?
No one said.
So it didn't, but the dice hovered ever so slightly over 20, and then rolled over 2 and 4. I would have laughed.
You cowards! You dice! Damn coward, D20! Don't you go easy on him, Luck!
You got an 8.
Master Torin looks like he's having a wonderful time over there. It'd be a shame if I step of the way. I'm kidding.
I need this.
I'll kill you, Deco.
I need him to be critted like 4 times this game. I need it.
Can I use my action to look around and see like if there's anywhere these skeletons are coming from, or if there's any more?
Roll me a perception check with disadvantage.
Thank you.
What's the range of light? Actually, hold on. 30. No, yeah, you can still see. You can still see within that sphere. Everything beyond that is dark.
So disadvantage.
You can roll perception specifically for anything within that space. Anything outside of that space is darkness, and you just can't see there.
Ah, okay.
There'd be a few lanterns dotting the way, but so yeah, disadvantage I think is fine. Yeah.
So disadvantage?
Roll those dice, yeah.
Okay.
Do it.
Hiya. Oh well.
Oh.
There's definitely one over there.
That's okay. Yeah, that's alright. I was more okay. Never mind. I'll be more specific next time.
This is a building, right? This huge, like.
Yeah, these are like all mausoleums built just like that. There'd be small little like paths and things leading to them. Torn, murder it.
I'm gonna try. If I miss again,
I'll
be very sad.
I believe in you.
There you go.
There you
Nice.
Okay. Divine Smite.
Goodbye, Skeleton 3.
Goodbye, Skeleton 3. Die.
There you go.
You bring your blade, you lodge it firmly in its skull. Its mouth like slowly hangs open as it raises its sword, and then just a pulse of divine energy drops it onto the ground.
All right.
And then I leap by you onto its corpse and crush its skull.
Are we still in combat or not?
You are out of combat.
All right, cool.
Okay.
We did it. We killed the necromancer.
We good?
We didn't kill the necromancer.
What?
We killed the skeletons the necromancer was controlling.
I thought necromancers were also undead.
No, not all the time. No.
I'm gonna pop off and detect magic. Do I detect any like necromancy shit around? Well, that's only 30 feet, isn't it? Yeah. So no.
Yeah,
we
they're-
wouldn't.
Yeah, I might want to leave that to Torin.
limited in scope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Never mind then.
I'm gonna go over to like the middle here, and I'll try and use a divine sense.
My rage would wear off.
You pop divine sense. It's a 60-foot range, I believe.
Yeah.
You don't detect any undead, fiends, celestials, or anything of that nature.
I found the skeletons, but no necromancer.
It had to have been here, right?
He couldn't have been too far. I would imagine.
What if we check these mausoleums?
Could do that. They must be near. No, this necromancer must be nearby. So.
What does the
Yeah,
surrounding
we'll go.
area look like, Aaron?
Currently, it is fairly deep into the night. You're close to midnight. You occasionally hear the bells of the city going off. Closer to the castle ward. And immediately around you, there's the dull blue light that shines dimly from each of the lamps. They're less bright than your standard lights. They just give you enough to see, but not enough to disturb anyone who might be here later on. The mausoleums themselves either have stone doors in place or metal doors with padlocks and other things attached to them. There's a few gravestones. Some of them are slightly damaged from the skeletons.
Do skeletons come up
actually
out of
one.
existing graves?
Yeah.
The skeletons, they, as you walked up, they seem to have been waiting there.
Okay.
We were waiting here.
It's possible that based off of the fact that we've been walking around here the past few nights, maybe we were noticed and they just left a trap for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
It's hard to tell
they
for
had
certain.
equipment and bows ready. Had they been recently raised, they would have just been just skeletons.
However, they would have had to have been put out tonight, right?
Maybe.
Let's
bet
look
only-
for skeleton footprints.
Track where they went.
Yeah,
Or
where they came from.
Sure.
Well, let's do it.
Okay. Is anyone good at survival?
No.
Nope.
Looking at the ground, that seems
I'm
near
okay with
impossible to do.
Okay.
A lot of the area is rolling grass, not like dirt or mud.
Okay.
Finding where the thin bones of desiccated human feet touch the ground would be... It'd be hard for even some of the best rangers.
Okay. I'm gonna. I want to cast Detect Evil and Good.
Detect evil and good.
Yeah. That'll.
shows up as evil. Remind me the wording of the spell.
So you found out.
You shouldn't have done that.
For the duration of the spell, which is 10 minutes, I know if there is an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of me, as well as where the creature is located. Similarly, I know if there is a place or object within 30 feet of me that has been magically consecrated or
All right, so it's
desecrated.
basically a persistent divine sense. All right.
Pretty much, yeah.
Can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by a foot of stone, an inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Yeah.
Walking about, you sense immediately that some of the mausoleums, the ones with barred doors rather than thick stone ones, you can detect the inside. A lot of them have some consecration. You aren't picking up, at least in the meantime in the area, any celestials, elementals, fiends, fays, or you get the slightest bit of elemental from Kyra.
Interesting.
She's probably summoned Flare by this point too, so he's just lighting up his elemental.
Yeah, that would
right.
ping you as an elemental.
Baxter
All right,
walking
I'm continuing down the path, just keeping my senses open.
Keeping your watch.
Yeah.
Baxter walking towards you, just being
So I
like
get the
pounding his
full 10 minutes.
fist in his hand, just being like, "You shouldn't have cast that around me, Torin. Now you know. Now you know that I'm
too
pure
much.
of heart. My ambiguity is part of my charm. I can't let you go around telling people I'm a good boy."
That's not what the spell does.
Halo and angel wings. Comes out of back. Wait, what?
All
Baxter
right.
Rex, no.
I think the best lead that we have really is letting you try to sense them at this point.
Yeah.
Just continue patrolling and see if anything pops up.
I am especially useless.
Yeah, I'm continuing down the path for the rest of my 10 minutes, trying to see if there's any undead.
All right, you guys
around.
make a concerted effort to kind of localize the area and see if you can detect anything. Over the 10 minutes, again, a few consecration pings, but nothing else really picks up on your detect good and evil.
Okay. I got nothing.
And there are,
The
at least
mausoleums
for the
that
time
were
being,
around
no more
us?
undead.
Did they look like they were disturbed at all, like the doors or anything?
This one would have had a stone door that was still in place, and this one has a barred metal door with a padlock.
Do they have any other discerning features? Like, would they have like family names, or would they have anything like that? That way we can tell the guy whereabouts this person was.
These ones, these would be smoothed out. These seem to be more for the city itself. Like a lot of this is where common people are buried. There'd be many families interred in some of these.
Gotcha.
But given the location, all of you are competent enough that you could easily lead him or give him directions to which ones.
Maybe we should go and get Sir Everdon.
It's not a bad idea. He might be able to do something that we can't.
Maybe.
I
Maybe
will
he was
ninja
attacked
my
as
way
well.
to the north.
Maybe he was attacked as well because, you know,
Maybe.
they set up a trap for us, and they might have set a trap for him as well.
Maybe.
All right.
I'll ninja my way to the north.
Maybe.
Alright, are you dashing off ahead?
I will go and try to find him.
All right.
Since at this point we couldn't find anything, time would probably be of the essence at this point.
I'll just go ahead and assume you take another bit of flame from one of the local light sources. Otherwise, you'd be dashing through the dark and slam
You're
face first into a
correct.
mausoleum.
Oh my god.
So you'd be the first to arrive. You see Ambrose standing over a few piles of bone, breathing slightly heavily. You see one arrow sticking out of like a gap in his armor.
Ah, shit.
Oh
I
no!
knew it. I called it.
Sir Everdon!
Are you all right?
Yes, we were attacked down south, but I see you also had... Are you alright?
I'm fine. Crips the arrow, rips it out.
Oh no! Now the arrowhead's gonna be stuck in you.
And then you're gonna die.
That's hardcore,
become an
but like,
undead.
come on. Oh jeez. What kind of
10 points of...
Oh, we're not caught up to you, right? You ran
You
ahead.
guys would be slightly behind. She's
I motion to
silly
the others as
fast.
they're coming up behind. I was hoping that maybe we could show you where we were attacked, but if you were attacked up here as well, then...
You see Torin casting a lay on hands himself. He does the exact same thing. He touches the spot where the arrow was, and the wound slowly begins to close up.
Sir Everdon! Knight of a god! See, that's weird to say. Like, anyways, what happened? You were attacked too, huh?
Yes.
How many?
You had some 7.
Oh,
Shit.
for one of you. Awesome.
You're no joke.
He shrugs.
But,
Do you have any idea what we should do now?
We tried looking around for the necromancer, but couldn't find any more.
Nothing.
probably
I'm
Laid a trap
sure
for
this
us.
is most of his resources for the time being. Probably didn't like us poking around. We'll keep up our patrols. He'll poke his head out sometime.
Yeah.
If we keep destroying his
Spirit.
skeletons, eventually he's gonna have to come out and get more skeletons.
That'll
true.
run. Either's fine with me. I'll find him one day eventually. As long
Hopefully
as
it's
the problem's
soon.
dealt with.
Is there any way we can set up any kind of trap for this guy? I mean, I don't got anything personally, but
I feel like this place is too big to set up a trap for him.
yeah.
There's the bait corpses and gestures to the city of the dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just too much ground to account for.
Yeah. Well, now that we've been attacked by undead, do you think the church might take this threat a little more seriously?
Speak with them. We might be able to up patrols in the area. We'll keep on our original bargain. Keep here for what? 5 more nights.
Sure.
If he's not back by then I'm assuming he'll have moved on, or he'll spend some time trying to build up his forces again.
do you think if we, like, hid somewhere, maybe he'd come out, like, hid somewhere for a couple nights and just kept an eye with familiars and stuff, then maybe he would come out, be more brazen?
It's possible, but
It's a
I've
lot of
been here for
ground to keep track of all at once.
over
Yeah,
a
there's
10
only
day
one
now.
familiarity is.
Yeah, it's the same problem. We have a city to cover,
Yeah.
and they seem to be using something to detect or to evade any detection magics.
Crap.
Staking them out is the best option.
Seems to be.
You guys should get some rest. I doubt he'll do anything else tonight.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Here we go.
Here we go. Going to rest.
I'm gonna go put another pinpoint in my map. sit on my bed, shirtless, staring at the wall, just like looking at it, being like, "Where's the connection? Where will he show up next?" Fucking hard. The angle of the shot doesn't change. Just hard cuts to it's now daytime, and he's just on his back on the bed, just.
During the day, I wanted to try and go to that Carpenters Guild to talk to them about fixing up the place.
Sure. You walk in, you see at the counter a gnomish gentleman with thin rimmed glasses over his face, going through a ledger. There's a couple half orcs piling up wood in one corner. They seem to just be cutting planks and preparing them for transport.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What can I do for you, my friend?
Okay.
Kinda
Is
glances
anyone
up
with
to
me,
you.
by the way?
Keep scratching.
Sure.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I be with my best buddy cop?
What's my name? Don't say it's Cop.
Okay, I won't.
It's all right.
I won't say it's cop.
Anyway, yeah, we were looking to maybe hire your services.
I'm looking for the construction guild.
There's a loading bar over his head.
Yes, I mean, we're always available to help people do some refurbishing. How can I help you? I can associate you with the proper guilds, get you your proper permits, or are you just looking for some furniture, some redecoration? You're looking for a new door?
Pretty much a lot of the above. We just moved into the Troll Skull Manor.
Oh, yes, I've heard of you. He closes the book. Well, welcome to the area. He extends a small hand towards you.
He goes in, shakes it with his
You
fucking
like
giant...
close your 3 fingers and dragon thumb around most of his forearm. Excellent to meet you.
meet you.
I've been meaning to pay you a visit. I've heard some word around the people have been saying that apparently you're planning on opening back up, so you'll need a few guild assistants.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not super knowledgeable about, carpenting and construction stuff, so might need to rely on you a lot.
There's a place near you called the Bent Nail, so we can probably work with the owner of that spot. He has most of the supply. We supply him with things. I'll have to take a look at the place. And are you looking at running it as like a proper tavern?
Tavern and eventually maybe adventuring guild. So.
All right. We'll probably have to get you met with Broxley and Hammond. They run the Fellowship of the Innkeepers and the Fitness Distillers and Brewers Guilds, and they can supply you with alcohol, and they can get you proper licenses to make sure that none of the nobles get on your ass.
Nice.
Are you planning on doing any food services or anything?
Yeah, probably.
All right.
Tavern food.
Then we can get you in league with the Guild of Butchers. And they can bring in supplies. You don't really need it, but you could speak with the Watchful Order of Magician Protectors, and they can do a few things for you in regards to magically sealing up the place.
That'd be quite nice.
Yes, they're fancy, but if you need any specific protections, then they're the people to go to. How about I head on later on this evening, and I can give you a proper estimate, along with I'll stop by the Bent Nail, and he can give a better thing of the renovation expenses.
I don't have anything to do until late at night, so feel free to pop on by whenever.
Perfect. I should be over within let's say an hour or two.
Sounds good.
Hey, just gonna try to pull him to the side if I can.
I've not been
Torin or the gnome?
The gnome.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Hi.
I wasn't going to bring this up in front of the others because I feel like they have an assortment of opinions on these things. And I'm not saying this is something I want, but, and stop me if this sounds crazy. Do you have the means to put in something along the lines of ghost-proof walls?
That sounds like something for the watchful Magician protectors.
You can't, you don't got any, like, sacred wood from, like, an enchanted tree or something to that effect?
I've got oak and cedar.
I'm not bothered by the ghost. We have a ghost. I'm not bothered by it, but I kind of want to trap it just to know that I can.
I couldn't do that. But maybe.
All right, do not tell the others that I brought this up with you. I feel like they
Secret
will.
safe with me, good sir.
All right.
Reaches out a small hand.
Grabs it, shakes it, probably lifting
You
him
as well.
slightly.
Absolutely
Thanks.
encapsulate it. And just,
Also, if it helps you with what we're going for, I'm going to be competing in the Fields of Triumph, and don't be surprised if you start hearing my name around. It's Obad Baxter, the Stonebreaker.
I've been excited for the opening. I've been a fan of the races for a while now.
Oh, excellent! I hope to see you there then. But my main point, once I get a big name for myself, I want to attach the bar to, to my brand. Have it be a place we can come back to and celebrate large victories. So when we're fixing the place up, if you could keep those needs in mind, and maybe we could try to go for furniture and whatnot that could accommodate a large amount of people all at once and maybe is a bit sturdier than you might expect.
I think I can figure something out. We'll talk more this evening.
All right. Thank you very much.
It's a good day to you two.
Steps away.
Oh, yeah, that'll meet my demands perfectly. Cherrywood is fine. Thanks. All right, Torin, let's go. Yeah, I just had to talk to him about wood. You know me, all about wood. Let's go.
Yeah. So.
All right, if you want to play that game, here we go.
I'm all
Damn!
and I'm all about wood. You rolled it first, you set the DC, and I beat it. I'm all about wood, Torin, and you know that. Let's go.
I didn't know that, but I believe you now.
At this point, I'm just assuming
You
this
know
one's
me. I'm all
fucking
about
Baxter.
I'm all about the different materials. I like to break skulls, I like to punch stone, and I like to discuss wood. These are things you just need to learn about me.
As long as you're not breaking the wood we're building the place with, then that's on you.
Nah, I wouldn't do that. That's not me.
Right. Hey, can I see your room just to make sure?
Sure.
Just looking for holes in his room that he's punched. I just see a pile of broken
No,
wood
I
in the
don't break
corner.
things. Nothing. I don't punch the walls. I would break the house, is my opinion on that.
No, that's what he's worried about.
Baxter doesn't want to break his house, and he feels if he were to practice by hitting the walls, well, there'd be no house in a few days, so he wouldn't do that.
The base walls, they're stone. He knows he can break that, though. So why even bother?
Right. He's already defeated that material.
Fair.
I hope endgame for Baxter is to get him a unique feature where if he criticals on someone with adamantine, he still gets the critical. Defeats adamantine.
Oh, that'd be good.
It'd,
Anyways,
be very,
we-
it'd come up like once ever.
yeah.
A few hours go by, and there is a knock at the door to the tavern section of the building.
I go to answer door.
You are immediately greeted with the sight of a small, bespectacled gnome standing
I'm
next
sorry,
to
sir. We
a,
don't serve your kind. I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
You want to fucking go? I got a book. I'll hit you with.
Fucking.
He's just like an 18th level fighter. Like,
You, and I'll just
Rips off
fuck
his
with you
shirt.
and make sure you
I'm
can't.
sorry, sir. We
He's,
don't serve
he's
children.
also
here.
a monk. He stunning strikes you and walks in.
No, I'm just
Punch him.
fucking open the door for him and let him through.
Standing beside him is a slightly shaggy-haired half-elf with a loose kind of brown and green tunic. There's a bit of sweat on his face, and you see a few nicks, different parts of his hands. They both kind of nod, walk in. I'm assuming everyone's in the main tavern area.
Yeah.
yeah, probably.
I'm gonna say if they're coming to just appraise things and do business stuff, Baxter will probably stay upstairs staring at that map, trying to math magic his
Really
way into
nail
figuring out
things
where that
down.
necromancer is.
Yeah, you walk. They walk in. He's like, "All right, so is this? We'll do a general inspection of the building, and we can give you a proper estimate to." Oh, sorry, forgive me. This is Tally. He works at the Bent Nail just down the road, actually.
Nice to
Hi,
meet you.
Tally.
He's like, "Hi, I'm Tally."
Go to
Pleasure.
shake his hand.
Come up. He shakes it. It's much more close to your size.
Still probably bigger, but you know.
He's got very calloused hands. You would notice. This person's been working clearly for a long time. Yeah, I mean, already you guys have done some stuff to fix the place up. It's not in the worst condition, although he kind of just rests a hand on one chair and puts his weight on it, as just you hear dull cracking noises. All right, but a lot of this has to go.
Yeah.
We
Some
took
of it
out
can
all
be
the ones that
fixed.
were really bad. I made sure to take out all the ones that were really bad, Aaron.
That wasn't that
Well,
was
he's just gonna be sobbing
compared
by
to
the
the
end of this
really bad
inspection.
ones. That wasn't the
I've
really
done
bad
good
one.
work, Aaron. I've made sure to say I'm cleaning every day. I'm kidding.
Anyway.
All right. The walls themselves are structurally sound. He pulls out like a small hammer, kind of taps at different spots around the building. Over the course of about an hour or two, they take a look at the main floor. The basement itself, or rather the wine cellar, doesn't really need any structural upgrading. It's cold rock, which serves its purpose perfectly. They take a look at the upstairs really quick.
How come one of
renovating-
your rooms has like a bunch of expensive pillows and what's what's going on there?
I see you in the middle of redecorating. It's not my expertise anyway. Overall, I'd say we could have this place up on its feet within. Oh, I don't know, 12 days. Be a bunch of work. Probably 1,000 gold pieces as a one-time and that would get this place back into proper business condition. Other than that, you'll need. I guess this is more for you. As the gnome, he's like, yes, you'll also need to get your guild licenses and contracts, which we can have that arranged through any of the guilds, really. That'll be a one-time expense of 250 gold pieces. And then other than that, all you need are employees and your monthly guild expenses.
Yeah, that sounds all fair. We don't exactly have all that funds right now, but we'll come to you when.
And
Alright,
all
we
that
can-
funds.
Think about getting it started. If you need loans, there are a few places around the city that can do things like that.
Like
Although
opens her
it'd
mouth
be-
to say Baxter has something, then closes his mouth to not out Baxter with all the money he has. I'll bring it up to him later.
But yeah, I think that's probably the core. If you wanted to get this place business ready, at least structurally speaking, you're looking at probably you've done a lot of work on the place. I could even knock it down to 900. This place is in much better condition than the last time I saw it.
Yeah,
Looks
we
happy.
did a fair amount of work. mostly a leaf here.
Oh,
done
excellent
A lot
work.
to
It's-
help out.
You've done a lot for what you're able to do with, I'm sure, the limited tools you have.
Yeah, well,
Aw.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I feel
here's
like
all
we're gonna
this
be seeing a lot of
money.
each other.
Yeah, I'm always around if you ever need anything done with wood. I've got all sorts of knickknacks and shields, and I kind of just make stuff in my spare time. I'm just down the road.
If we were to get the money, would we have to pay everything immediately, or would it be whenever the work is done?
For the renovations, we'd want that up front. Same with the contracts. Everything else is that's more on your other things. You can do those separately as well. You don't really need to do your guild contracts until you plan on officially opening the place.
We will
I
probably
would-
be working on just getting everything together before then.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's absolutely fine. You can take the time you need. Once that's ready, then work can begin. I'll notify some people that you're interested in guild contracts, and they can have those ready and written up beforehand. So they'll just need your signatures and things.
Thanks.
Would part of
uh,
that 900 gold be? Could that part of that 900 gold be knocking this fucking wall out here, and putting a door there?
let me open up the map you're on.
Oh, okay.
Players. I mean, the answer is probably yes.
Yeah, I would imagine probably. Just the wall between the hall and her bedroom, so she doesn't have to go
Yeah.
like 50
Oh
miles.
yeah,
to get
this
to
one right
her
here.
room. Yeah.
Such a weirdly constructed building.
I
man.
know.
Can we just fucking destroy this wall, please?
Oh, you just want another door in there?
Yeah. That's
yeah, I
all.
can do that. That's easy.
Hell yeah.
Guys,
What
it's
a
coming
fucking-
together.
Put a fucking washroom here.
We're not just talking.
You guys downstairs, guys, it's all coming together. Me upstairs looking at the necromancer map. It's all coming together.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's put on.
There's
a
just
fucking
like a thing where a leaf is just waiting for them to leave now, so she can just sneak up to Baxter and talk to him about the money
Oh yeah,
thing.
it's all come together.
They give the general assessment. They take a look at everything, and those are all the expenses that they have at the core. They give you a nod, and you know where to find either of them as they take their exit.
900.
All right.
The alerts for break went off
What were
a
your
few minutes
names
ago.
again?
I'm Talis Novar. You can just call me Tally. Easier, and most humans they respond better to that. And I am looking at my notes.
And I am tilts up company badge. Richard Venbin.
Ben Benson.
Venbinson.
Ben.
Richard Venbinson.
My name is Alston Gobbleford. You can call me Al.
Venbinson.
Been cool.
All right.
Hope to see you in the in the coming days.
Yes, you can send for us whenever you need us. And Tally lives just down the road, so you can grab him whenever you want. He might pop by. Yeah, you know, I got free time. I've mostly just been making these, and he holds up like effectively a walking stick.
Oh, cool. Like a cane.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
They
All
give you a
right, thanks
nod, and
again.
they turn around. Anytime.
How much was the? It was 900 gold for the
For the
renovations.
renovations, and then 250 for your licenses and stuff.
Okay.
As they go to leave, I just look back to Torin and Kyra. I'm going to go clean Baxter. And then I leave.
Then I go,
Ah.
He just goes out the door.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go upstairs.
Yeah, the alarm went off a few minutes ago.
All right, we can take a break there.
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
I need to pee. I'll be back.
Hey, Chad, how you doing?
And all that chat. A boo do 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 do, and all that chat.
And all that chat.
And all that chat.
Oh,
How you doing, chat? Schwink.
shit.
Sorry for the alert noise. I have that disabled for the other streams, but I was gonna disable it before the last Dragon Heist, but then we didn't do the last Dragon Heist, and then I forgot because 2 weeks went by. I have a timer in my stream deck that when the alarm goes off, it's quite loud.
And all that, Chad.
And all that chat. And all that chat.
Yo, Blue, how come Elise gets getting disadvantaged dark? Is she a regular human? She is a variant human, yes.
He's got a big
The Virgin Ichigo. The Chad.
I love it.
How come a leaf keeps getting disadvantaged in the dark? Isn't she just a regular human?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
just
just
a
answered
human.
that. She's a variant human. She does not have dark vision.
I am also a human. But I happen to always be near
Without
light.
light source, most people have disadvantage on perception in the dark. It's only when you're properly blinded that you have disadvantage on attacks.
Oh,
Yeah.
good to know. I always thought it was just attacks and everything, basically.
Yeah, no, I've been buffing up on my light rolls. You have disadvantage on all perception checks, so things hide from you extremely easily. Like if you're passively looking for things, you just generally won't see them.
Bax just radiates fierce light. Baxter doesn't see using normal light. His eyes shoot out like infrared rays, and he sees things when he registers movement. So
Yes, mark off either rations or living expenses for the last 3 days.
It's 15 silver, right?
And how many? What is daily rations or daily expenses in terms of gold?
In terms of gold, let me grab my player's handbook here. I believe it's 5 silver for a comfortable living, and
I know that's what we did last
Bax is
time.
pretty minimalistic. He doesn't really want for much.
Dun, 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 dun.
I am monk.
Here we go.
I know need things.
Meals per day. So squalid is 3 copper. That's horrible. Poor is 6 copper. Modest is 3 silver. Comfortable is 5 silver. Wealthy is 8. And aristocratic is 2. And that's it.
I'm gonna give up 2 gold, and that should more than cover the 2 days.
Yeah, you're
Ma'am,
absolutely.
that's me eating ye old fucking a high class brand name protein bars. Doing push-ups. I'm like doing push-ups like over the map, looking at it, just being like, where are you?
It's 10. It's 10.
Everything
silver
you
to a
do
dragon,
involves
right?
looking at the map.
Yes.
When I'm going to sleep, I'm in bed, tucked up, like the blanket's up to my neck, staring straight up, and I've pinned it to the ceiling, and I'm just like,
Where is that necromancer?
You said that modest was 3 silver, right?
Modest is 3 silver pieces.
Okay, I'll get rid of 9 silver. Because she'll just be like, I don't want anything big and fancy. I'll take a sandwich or whatever.
boop-a-doo, boop-a-doo, boop-a-boo-a-doo, boop.
What are they called? So, because I know you really like this, platinum pieces here are called suns. Electrum pieces are called sandbars. Those are also less common. Silver pieces are called shards, and copper pieces are called nibs.
So platinum are called suns, gold are what? They're dragons. Right?
Dragons. Yeah. Silver pieces are shards, and copper pieces are nibs.
Aw, nibs.
They're nibs?
Nibs.
N-I-B. Nib.
Nibs. Like the candy.
Yeah, they all nibs are small, effective like diamond shapes.
And what's Electrum again?
Stamped with the head of a griffin, and the backside is the talons of a griffin.
Did Electrum have one?
Electrum is a sandbar.
A sandbar.
S-A-M-B-A-R. Sambar.
S-A-M-B-A-R?
Yep, sandbar.
Nah, it's sandbar.
I will keep all of that in mind. Because I like it.
I just wonder how that came to be. Like for the city in particular, like.
I mean,
Yeah.
Canada
Just
has
for the
names
region.
for our coins.
I mean, yeah, but like, yeah,
It's-
specific to a city is like, it's interesting.
Waterdeep is the capital of like an area. The most places around use the same currency.
Oh, gotcha.
The only time it would split is once you cross the Sword Mountains, you'd get to Neverwinter, and then you'd use what they use. Although I don't know if they use anything different either. I think Neverwinter might be quite close in that. Especially fucking my Neverwinter, given their
They use
penchant for dragons.
sandbars because they misheard it once, and they decided that what they misheard was better.
They like theirs more.
I like how platinum are called suns.
Yeah. Suns, dragons, sandbars, shards, and nibs.
In Silvery Moon, their gold pieces are still called dragons, but the platinum pieces are called unicorns. Electrum pieces are called swords. Silver pieces are called
Aw.
shields. And copper
I was
pieces
hoping
are
they'd be
called
all named after mythical creatures.
Dear Ashley, do you think Baxter will be able to track down the necromancer? Of course he will. He's the bad Bax.
Or he'll die trying.
I came all the way from freaking Barovia to watch him in the arenas.
He just walks out into the graveyard area, walking around, being like, "Ah, I've been cut and am dying. I will soon be deceased, and my corpse will be fresh and pliable. I sure hope no one takes advantage of my soon-to-be deceased corpse in good condition. Oops, I dropped my gloves and am unarmed. Where are you?"
Detective Bax.
So Aaron,
Kicks a bucket.
as part of my downtime for Ashley, can I bet all of my money on Baxter?
You. Ashley's got some shit going on.
I think Spencer's dead.
Escape Barovia. Fucking come back and be like, all right, putting it all on that guy.
I heard good things
From him.
from him specifically.
I'm right back.
I saw him create an entire economy inside of the Noble District.
It's true. The people there have learned that bartering is sometimes a preferable system to classic fucking currency exchange. Everybody in that district that is not a noble is now better fed and more warm because of the exchange of goods that I've initiated. Where's that
It's
fucking
kind of
necromancer,
proactive
though?
thinking that makes me want to
Where
throw all
are
my
you?
money at him.
I'll find you, necromancer! I'll get him.
Just like quiet for an uncomfortably long amount of time. I'll get him.
I'll get him.
How many more days do we have to stay here? 5?
Yeah, we have 5 more nights. I'll get him. I'm gonna fuck that necromancer. I'm gonna punch him right in his dick.
Oh, shitty hammer fisted.
Baxter just hears the fucking. I'll get him. Beat. No, you won't. Where'd that come from?
Answer, you fucking nerd. Where's my money?
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. I just want to find the necromancer.
It was like the
Kick him
loony-
in the dick.
A joy I had working at the P&E Starbucks was Americans showing up and be like, that's a loony. It's $1. They're like, I pull out a toonie. They're like, what's this? I'm like, that's a toonie. Because it's 2 loonies.
Yep.
My
That's how it is. It's a pity we don't have like that right up to $5 coins. I'd love to have like the
penty?
like the trippy and the quaddy.
The trippy.
Trippy.
The triple loony. The trippy.
Trippy on them. Want a hot dog.
Hey, I want a hot dog.
Or the,
Be a
what would that
trippy
be?
fitty.
It'd be loony, toony, heckin', throony, foony.
really starts to break down.
Yeah. And then the 5 loony.
Yeah, man. Just the look of like fucking unabashed joy from people who are discovering toonies.
They're fun.
So fun.
So you know how our toonie, it has like the 2 layers in it, in that it's got like the center piece that is the color of a loony, then the silver second ring. Imagine if it kept going up to 5 and there was just that amount of rings on each.
Rainbow.
By the time you get to like the 5 one, it's just a tiny rainbow.
Yeah.
Just thicker and thicker coins.
Gotta find like a fucking vending machine that's got like you're basically carrying a discus. You have to like stuff it.
Well, I imagine that the rings
get
get
smaller.
smaller. Yeah.
Yeah. I just find it funny to think that they get bigger.
Fucking. Eventually, it's just like the size of like a fucking plate. Coins are also plates. What a silly thought. Sometimes it's good to engage in these whimsical frivolities. Bye, Ryan.
We got a good number of people here.
We do.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, if this keeps up for between this and like the other stream I was doing and our Saturday streams, if this keeps up, if I apply, we may actually get in for partner.
Keep going, my dude.
Yeah, man, this has been really good. I
I don't know
know.
if you know chat, but you're all cute.
It's true.
What the fuck?
Hell yeah.
Just so you know in advance, Aaron, there's no way we were going to keep going until this point anyways, but at 6:45 I have to help Ariel do some ADR stuff. So if by some crazy happenstance game goes like 2.5 hours
3
longer,
hours more.
yeah, then we think it will, then I'll have to take off. But I can't imagine that will happen given that it's currently 3:30.
Hell yeah.
I can't. The Saturday games rarely go to that long.
Shall we jump back in?
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm gonna run away, chat, before y'all can try and deny your cuteness. Peace.
Back we go. The timer has been started.
And away we go.
I'm gonna go clean Baxter.
Yep. Just gonna go clean Baxter.
Everybody
She's
rook
out to the front door.
reft.
Get the fuck out of here.
So that's a fucking in-joke.
Yeah.
A very bad in-joke.
Kyra and Torin, you guys are left alone. Is there anything you guys want to do, or shall we cut to whatever is going to happen upstairs?
Cut to them.
Yeah. I'm not gonna ask questions about that.
Baxter, door flies open. What are you doing?
I knock on door.
My door? Whose door?
Yep. Your
Oh. What's up?
Excuse me. Step inside.
It's like a
Look at him
corkboard
staring
of
at the
City of
fucking
Dead
map
with,
of the
like,
city.
with, like twine, like connecting different spots. That have been.
I feel like I'm interrupting.
Ah, no. Well, what's up, though? What do you want?
We just talked with the people who were ready to make this place a little bit more livable and allow us to conduct business downstairs. I wanted to let you know the pricing and things that they had said, and honestly ask you how much of my stuff that you have of mine we can put into it.
Oh, I mean, you can put as much as you want. I'm still carrying like 190 of your gold, so if you want that back at any time, just tell me.
It said that they would need around 900 to start everything up, I believe, and around 250 to get us involved with the guilds.
Okay, well, as far as how much you and I have that I'm holding on to, I've currently got about 350... somewhere between 350 and 400. I think it's closer to... it's... Oh, the silver ones are... They divide into... Let's say 350. I've got 350.
He's just like sweating a little bit by this point.
Let's just... I have 350 and we'll leave it at that. Let's lowball it.
Just when it comes to what you're holding of mine, can we just assume everything you're holding could be for... Yeah, that's what I was talking about. The tokens, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
can we assume that everything you're holding of mine should go into the bar downstairs then?
Yeah, sure.
I have enough on me that I can sustain myself for quite a while.
He produces 191 gold and a bag.
I'll say right now, I'm looking to raise some more money to put into the place in the long term, and I'm trying to save some money for in case we need anything like medical, like in terms of potions and whatnot. So I'm going to hold on to some of mine, but I'll throw 50 of my gold, 5 of my platinum in there too, which I'm pretty sure I know this one. Those are worth 10 gold each. So that's 50 more gold. I got that. So he's
Just
giving.
looks at the sack of gold like.
So yeah, he's throwing at you 241 gold total.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take that out of my inventory. You make sure you account for that. And 5 of it's in platinum.
Yeah. Cool.
Not that I think any of us would be really mad if we happen to lose track of what form it's in.
Yeah.
I like having sons.
Well, then may you have many sons. I'm going to go back to this, and also, I got to get the brain pumping. Yep! Oh, I've got it! I'm onto it! Oh, something's working!
Starts doing rapid speed push-ups.
I can feel the brain working.
I will leave you to that.
We're going to figure this out tonight!
Gonna go ahead and expend a
Backs
rage.
away
No.
from him.
Expends a rage doing push-ups.
I will take all of the gold that's there, and I will head back to the first floor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
How was cleaning backs?
Perfect. He even handed this over.
You start to hear the sound of the building, like, entirely creaking above you, as if a great pressure was being put on the building.
Oh god, this is why we needed the Carpenter Guild.
I hand over to Torin 195 dragons and 5 sons.
Wait, where'd you get the platinum?
Baxter.
He had platinum.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Wonder where he got it.
You fucking know where I
This
got
should,
it.
This should be a this should be a considerable amount toward our goal, correct?
Yeah, this puts us pretty much a fourth of the way there. So, I'll put a bit of my gold once we get more into it, but yeah, this is a good start.
Do you take all of it?
If you're offering it, yeah.
Yay!
I'm gonna go into the pantry, find like the back corner of it, get like a little box and put all the gold in it. This is our fund for the for the renovations. I'm gonna add 100 of my own gold into it.
You will do so.
So that should be 345 gold altogether inside.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
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 Can mark that. Off on the side.
I did something devious and I'm happy.
You got rid of all your gold.
I have 1 shard on me.
All right.
Olif is very happy to not have any of that on there.
All right. Kyra, you gonna add anything to it, or
What do I got?
adds a gold?
I mean, I got like 60 gold left. I'll add like I'll throw in. For now, I'll toss in like 20 gold. And when I get more, I'll toss more in.
All right, so
All right, cool.
365 gold.
Fucking we all give like at least 50 each, and you're like,
I could spare a copper.
All right. Just double check.
I've put in basically
Actually, you
fucking
know what?
200.
No. I'll give her. I'll throw in. I'll throw in 40 gold.
Okay, that'll be
Hell yeah.
385.
Who wants to keep track of that?
I'll keep track.
If we wanted to, if it's in like a lockbox, you could start a parcel, and you could like use that to keep track of it.
That's fair.
I have it in my treasure right now under house fund. I have 385.
Cool.
All right.
Bouquet.
We did it. We're
Okay.
doing
See all the
it.
other things I wrote down on treasure?
385. I have a parcel as well.
Oh, hey, yo, D&D fans. The
I'm a D&D
the
fan.
Tome of Beasts, 2 Kickstarters in its last 24 hours. I recommend going to check it out if you want to get in on that.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
I already backed it, so
Yeah, me too.
it's gonna be
Hell yeah.
a good time.
More
I only got
beasts.
the digital version, but
I'm
You
back.
guys just-
What level am I back?
Share that so you guys can see it whenever you want to.
I'm backing it at the 160
What is that?
tier.
You guys just, as you put away the gold, you just look back at a leaf and you just see the widest smile and just an aura of happiness surrounding her now that she no longer has any gold on her possession.
you're gonna
Fucking
starve
rainbows and like fluttering birds and flowers.
Is that in the party sheet? All that is being kept track of?
There's a parcel that I've made public
Yeah.
in the parcel section.
Oh.
So if you're going to add to it, just let me know. I can add it.
I'm going to bring up the parcel section briefly, take the house fund, drag it into one of my slots on the bottom, and boom, easy access.
Where's the
Is it,
parcel
Aaron, is it possible for you to unlock it?
Where's the parcel at?
I don't think it unlocks for us.
It's in the
It's in your
parcels
library.
section. If you go to if you
Go
go
in-
to library, you can open the parcels section.
We'll still
Oh,
have to
okay,
have
I've never
Aaron.
seen a
We'll still have to. The parcel thing is mostly used for DMs to be able to. You can like drag them onto people's
Distribute
sheets,
items
or you
and
can
stuff.
drag them into the party sheet, and they drop everything in them onto things. They're how you kind of keep track of like treasure chests and loot and whatnot. But yeah, but they're useful for this. The only thing is Aaron will have to be the one that like manipulates it,
Adds
but
to it.
but
That's fine.
it's a good record.
I'll just keep my house fund area here too. Just like keep it in my sheet.
I will be
Usually.
referencing the house fund parcel if we do have to check it. I will let you know that. I'm going to be relying on that, not anyone's sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna have them checks. Other than that, is there anything you guys would like to spend? Or are you just going to continue your nightly patrols?
It's pretty much what I
Kyra
wanted to
wanted
do.
to.
Looking for patterns.
What were you gonna say, buddy?
Oh, that's basically what I was gonna do.
I was just gonna go patrols. Yeah.
Cairo, at some point during the. What time is it between? How much time?
They showed up around 3 p.m. I'd say they probably took an hour or two, so it's getting close to dinner.
What if the
Okay, we
map's
don't go
wrong?
until like midnight-ish. So
You
There's
guys,
still
yeah,
time.
you guys
Yeah.
leave. It's getting dark at this point. You guys normally head off around like 7 or 8, and then you
Okay.
patrol
Yeah.
until midnight.
Car-
1 or 2.
Cairo would like to stop on by Mr. Trench's place during this
You go
day.
to Mr. Vincent Trench. All right, you walk
Yeah.
through. You come into the office. There is a. Let me describe it for you, Troll Skull Alley. I like his store.
What if this map's not up to date? Maybe that's the problem. Maybe there's like a big necropolis or something that has been added since this map was made.
Oh, jeez.
That makes sense.
There is a orange and black sign out front with a pair of cat's eyes on the front of it. Otherwise, fairly unassuming. As you open it, it's effectively a small apartment. There's a few oil lamps hanging off the walls, lit dimly. You can see through kind of like a small window at the front. There is a bell and a steel knocker on the front door.
But she will go up and she will knock that shit.
After a short period of time, you see the familiar face of Vincent Trench appear as he undoes about 2 or 3 locks and then opens the door. Good evening, Kyra. What can I do for you? Come in.
Sure, thanks. So I'm here to follow up on those services you were offering.
Yeah, then you have my attention. He closes the door behind you and leads you to a small living room. There's a large satin couch um, with there's like a faint aroma of incense in the air.
So, I'm looking for someone.
All right.
A friend of mine goes by the name Eurybia Maelstrom. Water Ganassi. I was hoping maybe you could help me find her.
Sure. That seems fine enough. What do you have reason to believe they're in the city right now, or do you think they might be somewhere else?
I honestly have no idea. She could be here. It's a big place, but I mean, one of the theory I had until just recently is that she could be in another plane, but I don't know. I'm wondering how far does your reach extend, really?
As far as it needs to, depends on the price. If you can manage to gather, say, 50 gold, I can throw my network throughout the city and I can run my own trail and see if I can pick up anything. She said she was like Water Ganassi. They're fairly easy to spot in a crowd, so I can't imagine it would take me too long to find out whether or not she was in the immediate vicinity.
She is good with magic, so there's always the possibility that she could be disguising herself for whatever reason, but
I'm familiar with such magic.
uh,
Yeah, so if you're interested in within the city, I could definitely put some feelers out. I've got quite the network.
you said that's about 50 gold for the city?
Yes. If we're looking to leave the city limits, then I would either need something more of a favor or a
What kind
a
of
sizable price.
favor?
There are some less than, let's say, friendly people who definitely dislike my line of work and would like people like me to go away. Having them dealt with would assist me greatly.
Who are these people?
They seem to be hired thugs, as far as I can tell.
Hmm.
They snoop around every once in a while. I don't think they quite have a bead on exactly where I live yet, which is nice, but I've made my share of enemies in this line of work. You can't really dig up information without getting on somebody's nerves.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, if you can tell me where these people are, I can look into it for you.
Sure, give me a couple of days and I'll see if I can get a good pinpoint on where they are in the city. Are you sure about this? It's not exactly legal.
If it'll help me find her.
Fair enough. Could I get you a drink?
Sure.
Walks into another room and pulls out from what it looks like an ice box, another bottle of the same drink that he gave you guys as a welcoming present, and he pours two small glasses. They're roughly the size of, say, the whole thing could fit into your palm quite easily. They're very small wine glasses.
She will take one and drink it up.
He drinks the same amount. He finishes it almost instantly.
Damn. So, what you got any details about these guys other than just hired thugs?
They seem to be perhaps related to the Black Network. I'm not precisely sure yet. There's something been going on with them and the Xanathar Guild.
Oh,
And,
those guys.
I've been sniffing about. And they've definitely locked on to me to some degree as someone of interest at the very least.
Do you do anything specific to piss these guys off, or just
Putting my nose where it doesn't belong, as far as they're concerned anyways. They don't seem to wear any noticeable markings, however. Normally when I see a Zent or anyone in the Xanathars Guild, they have effectively a coat of arms that can identify them to each other. These ones seem to go unmasked, if you will, I guess is a better word for it. They work independently. There's one gentleman, a swordsman by the looks of him, probably in his mid-20s, and a Goliath.
Okay.
I think they were brought on especially to root out any of the current problems they're facing with the ongoing violence in the city.
And if, just in case I were to, learn learn that I don't want to go through with this particular thing, what would the price be if you'd want to extend outside the city?
We'd have to think about the scope of where you'd want the search to go to, but I could easily get up north to Neverwinter and have some people there look around, or as far south as Athkatla, and that would range from anywhere from 500 to 2,000 gold pieces.
As soon as he says Athkatla, just gets a sour look on her face.
I've got one or two contacts in Silvery Moon, but that's over a month away, almost 2 months. And I've heard not so great things about Evereska, so I doubt she's there.
Yeah, I could believe anything at this point. But yeah. But yeah, you look into these guys and let me know where they are, and I can certainly look into it for you. You don't. Right. Do you need them? You don't. Do you like?
It's not a pressing issue right now, but they might be.
Well, I'm like.
So.
Do you need them like, kind of fingers across throat, or do you just need them gone?
Having them go would be just as fine with me, although it's hard to keep people like them away. I find threats don't usually keep them gone for too long. Death is their business.
I gotcha. Well, that's certainly more. My price range is just recently decreased, so that might be the better option for me. So
yeah, so you're just getting on your feet with the inn. I've heard. I've been listening to the guild's chatter about it. They're quite excited.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, some new business is always somewhat of a celebration. There's only a few people who might be upset about it, and that'd be any of the nearby tavern owners.
Yeah.
Competition.
Torin's got his heart set on this guild thing, and seems pretty cool, so it should be interesting. She will finish up her drink, assumedly by now, and unless he has anything else to say, probably head on out.
As you stand up, he stands up with you, and he walks ahead of you towards the door. You see him wave his hand, and a thin purple circle disappears from around one of the locks, and he unlatches them and opens it for you.
Oh, thank you. All right. Well, I'll be hearing from you soon, I guess.
I'll find you.
All right. And she will head back to the fucking place.
Alrighty. Other than that, over the next few nights, there's no further occurrences for the meantime within the City of the Dead. It seems like you wiped out a good chunk of whatever skeletons he was able to animate.
Okay.
Show up, you coward.
So then we're waiting for... Is this the day of the Fields of Triumph thing?
We come on to the morning of the 26th of Alturiak. This is the day that the single combat tournament for the Fields of Triumph begins. This is one of the opening days.
Okay.
Well, what necromancer? Time to go.
Witchy necromancer.
Well, I've been working on this for a long time. Better stop.
Necromancer. What's
All right.
I don't.
What's a
Nice, man.
necromancer?
Well, I'm just gonna gather everyone together at some point.
You guys probably all knew this was going to happen, but I've hit my point where, unfortunately, I think I've got to turn my attention elsewhere.
It's fine. We don't seem to be finding anything in the graveyard anyway.
How many more days we got left on it? Like 2?
Not counting the evening you're on, your period of work ends the night of the 28th. So the 29th would be the day you get paid. Noting that also the Fields of Triumph isn't a super late event commonly. You're not super familiar with it, but it is possible to do both. You just might be exhausted.
But yeah, that's my main thing is like if I go fight and I get like heckin' beat up, then I'll be spending the night
exposed.
resting. Yeah. Preparing for the next one.
Fair.
All right. Well, you guys are free to come along, but as for me, I only need to go alone for these ones.
I'll
You
go to
kidding? I've
church.
been excited about this for weeks.
Yeah.
Can people bet on these?
At the Fields of Triumph, there are a few official betting venues. There's a prize pool for competitors.
Yeah, there is.
That is based off of general
We
amounts
bet
of betting.
385 dragon.
There might be a bet limit. So
It's not to the degree of say something like in Chult where you can go pretty ham, but there is a degree of audience engagement.
All right. I'm gonna find my way there, and I'm gonna find my way to wherever I have to go to sign up.
You guys make your way towards the Fields of Triumph. There is a much larger crowd out today. Not a drop of rain to be seen. The fields themselves seem to actually have a shimmering ward placed over them, just in case the sky starts to let loose. It's fairly sunny. There's a few clouds in. It could turn later on, but for the time being, it looks like it'll be a good day to fight. The area, as you get closer and closer into the sea ward, is packed. The marketplace has a lot of people still moving about, but this is the deadest any of you who've ever been in the venue has ever seen it, really. It's definitely a hot topic for the city to see one of the opening days of the Fields of Triumph.
real quick.
Yep.
I need to know, how old is Baxter?
How old is Baxter? Baxter is 20.
20? Would he be considered a young adult?
I mean, probably.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
I would imagine.
Yes, I say.
you
I've
looking at
decided that
ceremony?
yes.
What?
Are you thinking of ceremony?
Yeah.
Noting you
Knowing
don't
this
have
day would
powdered
come,
silver.
like, I'd maybe want to cast ceremony on him.
Oh my.
You would need to acquire powdered silver, though you also know that is acquirable from most of the local churches in the area.
Yeah.
So if you'd like to have got some, like say, you can mark off the valley.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Sure, I'll allow that.
Cool. All right, 25.
You're casting the coming of age ceremony.
Yeah.
All right, Baxter, you're a man now. Get in there and kill everybody. Definitely wasn't you punching the shit out of all these other things.
All right.
I did it.
And-
I've been blessed by the cop. I'm now legally allowed to fight whoever I want. This is amazing.
This is just for the tournament.
What?
Just for the tournament for the next 24 hours.
Huh?
This benefit I'm giving you.
I'm only a
only for
quote-unquote adult for the next 24 hours. Is that what you're telling me?
Elise,
That's just how the spell works, okay?
Oh, what's up, man?
make me a wisdom saving throw -10.
Who?
Elise.
Uh-oh.
Ali?
Oh, no!
You being scried on.
No, it's,
Wow,
no, don't worry
that
about it.
thing, that
I'm
the
fine.
thing that happened.
I thought it was something else. That's my bad.
My current plan, by the way, is I'm gonna hope that maybe the necromancer also entered into the single combat tournament, and if I find him, I can take him out there.
I did pretty good, considering.
Jeez.
All things considered, yeah.
You definitely didn't beat anyone's spell save DC though.
I know, but
Unless the
considering...
spellcaster has like a negative, like a fucking 5 in their spellcasting stat.
Considering what it was, I did pretty good.
Oh, I wish I had my paladin thing where I could, add to people's saves.
Give that aura.
Yeah.
But I do
And
not.
negative
Soon
7.
enough.
Oh, you'd have to basically nat 20 to beat most spell saves.
Yeah. Well, when you got the negative times where it hits you
Yeah.
hard.
All right. So for the next 24 hours, you can add a D4 to an ability check you make.
Okay. All right. Which will be all of them. All right.
Sure. Yeah.
I might just go ahead and throw an effect on myself here.
Cool.
Boop-a-doo, boop-a-doo-boo. 24 hours. Check. 1d4. Self. Boom. Cool.
Making
right.
your way through the crowd, you see all sorts of people lining up. There's a lot of you see different circles of men and women talking as though they're going to sign up and join the tournament. Most of them don't look like they're actually going to, but it seems like there's a bit of a game with many people here of seeing who can boast the most before giving up.
I see. I don't have any time to spend peacocking like this. I've got to actually sign up for the tournament so I can get my punch on.
You make your way towards the same desk that you remember from last time, a small nook at one of the major entrances, the large mouth that leads into the building itself. There's a bit of a line. You see a group of fighters, a couple people that look like they've been goaded into it. You see a few kind of ordinary looking guys, don't look like much of a challenge. Notable people that you see Goliath with a large hammer in one hand, leaning down, speaking to the person. Behind him, you see 3 people in long black robes. One of them with a long silver trim along the back in the shape of what looks like a dragon.
Oh.
And you see that one specifically is a half-orc, and then 2 elves. And then behind them, you see a dwarf, unarmed, looks very drunk.
Already.
Okay. I'm size these people up. Have I hit anywhere where I can like sign up for this thing yet?
Those people all seem to be in the line just ahead of you to sign up for it. So as you kind of size each of them up, you're waiting for the line to pass by. Out of all of them, only the one with the more embroidered outfit seems to sign up for the single combat. The dwarf and Goliath also sign up, and a few stragglers here and there. A couple bare-knuckle boxers. You see one guy with what looks like his first sword, and he's happy to show everyone it. It's kind of like someone with a cell phone. He's like, "Hey, have you seen this though?"
That's cute. A sword.
You come up to the counter. Familiar face, same person you spoke to a little over a 10-day ago. Finally back for the tournament then.
That I am. Sign me up. I want to punch some faces.
Single combat, or are you signing up for the group stages in, what is it, 2 days?
Currently, single combat.
Single combat it is.
If I may inquire, by the way, what kind of prizes are we looking at?
Well, we have the prize pool. Let's see what we have currently. Buying is 25 gold apiece. We don't want people playing without actually being serious. We have a lot of people coming in and drop out beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
Our current prize pool is looking at about 1,200 gold for first place, We've got a 700 for second and 500 for third.
Ah.
Oh, so it's like a tournament style setup.
If I come in
I
first,
missed that- I
that'd
missed that
be
part.
a major contribution to getting our place fixed up. Or gold gauntlets. One of those things. Yeah. Cool. All right. Sign me up.
Screams internally.
It's quite the gamut. In do you have
And
your
you-
fee on you now?
Yeah. I'm going to have to pull it out of. Okay, so heckin'. I'm going to give him 2 platinum. And 5 gold.
All right. You pay that. He looks at the platinum, kind of gives you a raised average. Not bad. All right. Maybe you're more serious.
Meh.
Drags that off to the side. And the name was.
My name is Obad
Yes.
Baxter the Stonebreaker.
Obad Baxter,
Phandalin, champion of Phandalin.
Stonebreaker. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Parentheses, these fists unite the world.
These fists unite the world.
There we go.
Yeah.
He looks past him to you three. Any of you planning on fighting today?
Not today.
I rolled a deception check earlier because of what I had said to Baxter before about being very interested in fighting, but not wanting to do the single fighting. But like she's looking at him very enviously.
Is magic allowed?
Magic? Not directly. Although, if you'd like to, you could. Magic is permitted in the group stages since there's more bestial things being fought there. It's a little unpredictable as to how some people might react to it in the single combats.
Can we sign up in advance for the group stuff? Because I know I'm going to want to do that as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely that.
All right.
The fee will be due upon the day. You don't have to pay that one right now. Similar thing, that'd be 25 gold per person. If you have a group name, then that will be useful. So think on that if you don't have one. And
Oh, I
other than
got
that,
one.
that starts in 2 days.
All right.
I'll, I've met you two before,
Yeah.
so I'll see you then.
All right.
At his question of entering, I just shake my head like, "Oh, it appears I don't have enough money, sir. Thank you."
It's all right. We can cover you.
Well, if you want in, I can.
What was the entrance thing?
25 gold pieces.
Damn.
You don't need it right now. And don't worry, I'll be able to help all of you get in. After all, by that time, I hope to have a lot more disposable income.
I am rooting for you. Good luck, Baxter.
So are these matches beginning immediately, or?
There are some races going on currently. As you all settle in, they let you know there's like a side area that you can go to and watch from before the fight. Like there'll be attendants that will pull you off to an area before the.
I will go and watch.
The 3 of us are probably in the crowd. But
Yep. The rest of you, there is betting stations as well. Did you want to put anything on Baxter for the fights?
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
The cap is
there a bet
100
limit?
gold pieces.
What?
Cap is 100 gold pieces. There's no odds. It's simply the farther they get, the more return you have. Since
Okay.
a lot of these fighters are unknown, there's no real reigning champion of the single fight since the season for this arena just begun.
Okay. I'll put 40 gold on Baxter.
40 gold on Baxter. Alrighty.
I'll put 10 gold on Baxter.
Gold on Baxter.
Half of my remaining currency.
Hey,
You
can,
wanna
can I bet on Baxter?
You're a contestant now.
Unless I brought more money out of the house fund, then no, because I only have 1 shard. I bet
I'm
one
a-
shard on Baxter.
I'ma give Leaf. I'ma give you 5 platinum. Put that on Baxter.
I bet I put 5 platinum on Baxter.
That is legal. Yes, you can do that. All right. So 40, 50.
As like she's just like walking robotically to the thing. Yeah, Baxter. Puts it away like as far away from her as she can.
Where do you keep getting
What's
all this?
the what's the return on this?
return. It depends on how far they progress. There's no odds, so it's not like double
gotcha.
or nothing, anything like that. The farther that your specific competitor makes it, the greater the return. If they get dropped out like immediately, it's no return.
Can't wait to lose immediately.
Spots, then
I'd be
then
so
you
sad,
start getting
man.
money back.
Oh, can I do something before fucking he goes off?
What would you like to do?
I wanna look to Kyra, and I wanna look Baxter, and I wanna pull out that rabbit's foot Kyra gave me, and I wanna hand it over to Baxter. It's lucky.
Aww.
I approve.
And
Just
now
gives
I
thumbs
have a
up.
luck stone, and will add 1 to all of my ability checks.
I will give Baxter the rabbit's foot, and I will, show him that I spent the 5 platinum like he told me to.
because I feel like it. Elise, just roll me a d20.
Just a D20?
Just a d20.
Hey-ya. Well.
Oh!
What? Whoa!
There
It
you
said
go.
8. What?
What'd you say, Aaron?
There you go.
An inspiration!
Yay!
What have you done with Aaron?
Yeah! There's a piece of luck given to you by a leaf.
I've done it. So now to use it, I have to eat the rabbit's foot, right?
Exactly. You understand.
I just watch you like the thing. You're like, and you're just like, I need to do this.
All right.
As the show wears on, you see there's horse races. There's a large track that circles most of the area. Those go on for a few whiles. People cheer and boo in discontent as they lose whatever silver or copper most of them would have bet on each of these races. You see more and more as time goes on, clerics appearing in long white robes with their hoods up, standing at strategic points around the arena. Each of them holding hands
They can help
up.
magic just fine.
Just pouting
And,
as they're
sitting. Each of them looking down. You see again a rippling. It almost looks like a haze that only every once in a while, like every couple of minutes, you'll just see a wave of it, and then it disappears as though there's like a thin mesh between the audience and the inside. In the middle is a similarly clad man, much more loosely. He's got shorter sleeves, using thaumaturgy to boom his voice out. He's like, "Ladies and gentlemen, thank you to the opening day of the Fields of Triumph." Next up, we have the beginning of our favorite event, one that we, I think, all come for every year. Single combat! And
Yeah!
just Baxter screams,
That's my favorite one!
The audience goes nuts as Baxter, you, and several other people are all led out. There's all in all about 30 people in this large crowd that are then lined up against the opposing wall, and are sat down just watching the area as people are begun to be selected to go out and fight.
Oh.
The first fight goes off fairly quickly. You see one of the fewer people come out. The fewer people. You see one of the people that clearly had the money and were kind of forced into this. They go out along with the dwarf from before, and it's a bit of a haymaker fest as they try and get on top of this dwarf who is rock and just takes blow after blow before throwing them onto the ground and just pummeling their face in. It's victory by they just stop him before it gets too bad, and he cheerily makes his way back and sits down. Over time, you see a few other fights. You see the Goliath go out, and he using his hammer, fights against a well-armored opponent. Looks like possibly a Zent. You can't tell at this distance, but they clearly know their way around battle. Those go on for probably a minute or two before quickly the Goliath passes him. And after that, roll me a D100.
37.
After that, you'll be going up. I want to see if it be you or the other guy first.
No, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't perform under pressure. I'm all talk. I can't do this. I have to leave. You gotta get me out of here, man. I wasn't meant for this.
Come on, you'll do just fine. You'll do fine.
No, I'm the son of a woodworker. I was never meant to be here. Someone's pulling me out. No,
Your aspects!
no. But actually, walking out very happily.
Let me close these so I can get the huge share.
Hey, Aaron,
Yeah.
what was the just for future reference? What was the list of people that Trench listed off? A Goliath and what else?
Goliath and a swordsman are the two
Okay.
we spoke about.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
that's a fancy map.
Oh. Oh.
Is this in the module?
No, this is one I found online. This isn't properly to scale, but this is the best representation I could find. The field is quite a bit bigger, but this will suffice, I think, especially for single combat.
Nah, it's not big enough.
They put a leaf in the high rollers section because she gave 50 gold.
Yeah, leave it right there.
She's the new open lord of Waterdeep.
Someone fanning her.
Oh, doesn't
God,
that feel nice, Alif?
We didn't know somebody was going to spend 5 platinum today. Oh, jeez. Here you go. Here's everything you could ever want. No!
You want me to hand feed you grapes?
As,
While you lean back
as
in
you're
your
called
fan.
out, you see another. He's got what looks like scale mail armor on. Looks like a brutish dude. Doesn't look like he's seen a ton of action in his life, but clearly a fighter, just by your ability to size another fighter up. Definitely not going to be your most dangerous fight of the day.
Just gets to the center of the arena, takes a uncharacteristically calm breath.
This is nice. This is very good.
And as you get there,
Oh, Baxter.
The announcer effectively stands there and he's like, "Put it up an hour. Give me a hand, everyone, for our last fight. It's a shame that I had to end so brutally. Next up on the arena, we have Obad Baxter, the Stonebreaker, the Phandalin champion of Phandalin. Our fists will unite. My fists will unite us all."
Unite These fists will unite the world! Points his fist up. You almost got it!
Just standing up and going, yeah, Baxter.
Clapping calmly.
Joins in.
Hello, Waterdeep! Are you ready to be entertained?
Cheers echo out everywhere. People are ready for blood.
Wait, what? Blood?
What?
Wait, blood?
We're gonna combat tracker, and then I'll place you on so you can put yourself.
There's me. Tiny
The
little
announcer
me.
steps back and
I don't need
It's a
no.
tiny little
I don't
boy.
need no magic for these boys to hear me.
Yeah. That makes sense. Good acoustics here.
You just see his voice echoes. He's like, "Oh wow!" And then he just like claps, and he hears it reverberate. Nice.
Damn. Drops the pin.
Oh wow.
In the sand.
In the sand.
and don't own yourself, damn it!
The fighter becomes many fighters.
Oof.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
Phandrus Pelt
got a
the
name.
first.
Alfandris
no,
Pelt the
One.
First.
Let's just get rid of that.
It's you and me.
I like that story though.
I can't wait. I can't wait till the second match against Alfandris Pelt the Second, Senior.
He, looking at you, pulls out 2 scimitars and smiles as he drags one along his shoulder, and a bit of blood just runs down the blade. Let's give him an entertaining fight, shall we?
Oh, you have no idea. But why don't you give me an entertaining fight instead?
Initiative.
Yay!
I will roll NPC initiatives. If you want to roll your own, I'll get out of here.
And
You
got the. Oh wait, no, I got the first move.
NPC.
Oh wow, you suck because I did bad. Oh no, okay, now you got the first move.
Yeah, no.
Well then, that didn't happen.
Um,
I also can't see initiative as Baxter, so you know.
Yeah.
He lunges forward, and he's gonna start off with
Stepping
first
for the
attack.
first
Scimitars.
time.
He drags it along. He hits.
Stepping for the first time onto the grandest stage. His opponent charges.
Dealing 5. Second attack. Just barely hits.
Oh no.
Oh, now everything hits.
Dealing 8 damage.
At least they're not crits.
Has he rested since?
Baxter's turn.
Yes.
Baxter.
Okay,
You
making
had effects of a long rest.
Cuts him, slides back a bit. First blood drawn. Oh, consider that a gift, my friend. And I'm sorry that I'm gonna have to go right into this, but I'm just getting too pumped up, and I'm gonna rage.
Oh yeah.
Hooray!
Punches the ground as I go into a rage and charges. Alrighty.
Get him!
What are you gonna do? I keep trying to
Get
turn the
'em!
thing because I'm so used to doing that. I'm gonna rage. I'm gonna go into reckless attack because I have a feeling this guy's gonna be hitting me anyways. So boof, and I'm going to go for my only attack this turn. Yeah! I'm gonna assume that hits.
Hey!
That hurts.
And I'm going to apply
Prepare.
my big old heckin' divine
Great
damage.
smack.
And I rush towards him. I like put my fist out, but slide around him, spin, and strike him in the back.
He staggers forward, down on one knee for a second as he slowly starts to turn back.
And I believe that is, yeah, that's my bonus action. That's my thing. So that is me. Round 1, Baxter.
Oh yeah, because he's your bonus extra rage.
Yep.
Back to him.
Oh, trust me. If I had more attacks, I would be laying into him. I would be sending him to
Swings
space.
at you, and just he slices into you. You flex it away, not even really feeling it in your rage. That's as much as he could have. Rolls again and misses.
With advantage? Damn!
I like to imagine that second one he swings down at me and I just catch the blade with my gauntlet.
That is just onto you.
What can you do against a man whose bare hands can shatter stone?
And I'm gonna go for a reckless attack, of course. This is gonna be like, there's not gonna be a lot of strategy employed here. This is
Yeah,
this
just
is
kind
gonna
of hit, then hit back, hit,
Right.
then hit back.
Just smoke punch.
as much as I would use the ability check stuff to my advantage. If I knock him down, I don't get my bonus attack, and then he just gets up. So,
Yeah.
all right,
You got to use it for your initiative at least.
that's
Yeah.
true, brah.
That hits.
And, boom!
Slam him again in the jaw. You see a couple teeth fall out as he grins again. Just this like ichor of blood and spittle coming out of him as he gets ready to lunge towards you.
And I'm gonna take my second attack.
Do it.
Quunk! I drop a
Hits.
1. And this one is not gonna get my divine damage. Bah!
Hey!
That's pretty good.
That's pretty
Drops
good.
down onto one knee. gets up. He flips both blades into a reverse grip and lunges towards you.
That's fair.
And we had him roll an attack on himself. That is incorrect.
Flips into a reverse thing, stabs himself in the side.
And that's a crit.
Oh! Let's do it! Let's go!
Yeah.
Heck, I keep moving windows in front of myself, and I'm like nearly dragged damage into him.
He crit on
You can do that
himself.
if you want to.
Yeah, if you want to.
Look at the
He
other
rolled okay
complain.
for damage, not great. For a second attack,
Oh.
that hits.
But no crit. That's the important thing.
That's good.
He maxes out his damage on that one.
Well, that's good to know.
He's breathing heavy. You see his hands are starting to come loose on the.
I see. Well then. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do this round is reckless attack, and then I'm going to hit him.
Do it.
All right. So, it's a risky strategy. Oh, wow! What a miss!
Oh no!
Oh no!
I missed!
No!
Double two! I'm
Damn.
gonna go for that attack. So I'm gonna like to imagine I go for like a leg sweep to get him. He hops over it, and I'm gonna try to punch him on the way up. It's always
Bad hit.
all the ones that are hitting are all 19s, man.
Yeah.
All right, divine fury, because I still get it on this. Gah!
How do you want to do this?
As I go in for that attack, I rush towards him after he's done his double grip reverse grip attack. I try to sweep his leg. I like to imagine he hops over it, and while he's in midair, I stop, bring my hand up, crackle divine energy along it, and bring the fist up into him as he's coming back down to place his feet on the ground, and push him back up and punch him about 3 or 4 feet into the air.
He flies up, almost ragdoll.
can't dodge
as
if
he
you're in the air.
soars in what feels like slow motion for a second, as just the blood and adrenaline is coursing through you. As he hits the ground, just a explosion of sand flies up into the air, and people just lose their minds.
Yes, my bet.
I just like grip my hand like a little bit tighter real quick to build up some divine energy so that there's a very small crackle of it as I put my arms out to the crowd, tilt my chin up, and just put my hands out into like the adore me pose. Just, come on more. You want to see more of that, right?
People join right in. You're immediately led off as Ophandris is dragged away in a stretcher. The announcer,
Is he-
give it up for old man Baxter! And everyone's still losing their mind.
If I can, while he's going by, I do want to be very like, good job, guy. You hit a lot more than I thought you would. Ow!
Like, semi-conscious, just one thumb towards as he just dragged off.
That gave me more trouble than I thought it would.
Ophandris don't fuck around.
Yeah.
Also multi-attack.
And you're escorted back to where you were seated before. A cleric begins tending to your wounds, and the next fights begin as round one of this initial elimination phase goes on. You see the half-orc in the robes is led out.
Is he handsome?
Roll me perception.
Every time there's a
Grimshar.
half work, I have to ask.
He got resurrected. It's the same one with the robes, the wizard.
16.
He's got a rugged thing going on. You have a weird feeling about this one.
Oh.
Yeah. It could be the robes. Looks kind of familiar.
I'm just kind of like watching him, like, very confused looking.
You checking if he's handsome? I get it.
That's weird. No, I mean, he's probably pretty handsome. She'll shrug that off, but she'll still remember it and watch him.
I'm gonna.
The announcer walks out. He's like, "Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce more ghosts." He nods towards everyone, a deep bow.
You say the name again?
Morgosa.
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 The Master of White Dragon.
The Master of White Dragons? I don't like this guy.
Oh, do I recognize anything that sounds like?
That has a familiar ring to you. You've heard whispers of such things.
Oh no.
And specifically the name Morgosa. Roll me history.
I
See how
will
well you could have
roll
paid attention back
history.
then.
I don't have a very good history, so let's go. That's pretty good for me.
Morgosa, the Master of White Dragons, was a star pupil of a notable temple in Athkatla.
Oh no! I'm just like looking at this, my eyes go wide.
Oh no.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, yes. Who's this guy? Cool.
As the dwarf comes out, brought in after their first match. He's been healed up as well. You can bring your HP back to maximum. They would have healed you.
Yeah.
Oh, is he fighting right now?
Baxter's not. Morgosa is. As the dwarf and Morgosa square up, there's a brief nod, and then a thin mist appears around Morgosa as the dwarf lays into him, and they both just begin exchanging blows. This goes on for about 3 or 4 minutes, neither
shit.
really seeming to give ground, before Morgosa slides back and opens his mouth, and ice just pours out of it, surrounding the ground, and freezing the dwarf's feet in place. As he kicks him in the side of the head, the dwarf just falls unconscious, standing on his feet.
Oh, bullshit, magic.
It's not magic.
That wasn't magic.
What?
It was masterwork. Like
Goliath beside you looks down at you.
It was masterwork.
The audience, there's like a stunned silence before people just start losing their minds. As without a word, even as the announcer comes back, he's already walking back to the stands. You see a few bruises on his face, but he seems to be rolling off most of the attacks fairly well.
All right.
So deal with that guy.
As you're brought out for your second round, you see that selected to come with you is the Goliath you saw fighting earlier.
Oh, this one will be hard. I love it. Me going first is really important, and the reason for this is if I go first, I can turn my rage on and take half damage from the first attack. If the opponent goes first, then I have to deal with the full damage from whatever they're doing.
You have an inspiration, so.
That's true. I do. If
That'll
I'm
help
using
with that.
an initiative.
Yeah.
Sure, I mean, it's hard to figure out when you'd use it because it's either on saves or checks, because you can't really use them in attack since you'll have advantage anyways.
Yeah.
Assuming you're raging or you're recklessing.
Yeah, that's fair. You know what? I'm gonna... How many matches do I expect to be in today?
You're looking at your core elimination. It looks like by the end of today, the finals will be decided, which will be the top 3, and then the top 3 will fight for the actual championship.
Okay. Based on how many
Locking
people
it
I see
today
here.
guarantees anyone watching a prize pool, or anyone who's bet on any of those fighters, and then those 3 will fight for first place.
Based on how many people I see here, can I estimate if I have like 1 more match ahead of me after this, or 2?
How many rounds?
Yeah.
If you win this match, then you would be in the finals.
Okay, so I will use that. I will use that inspiration for my initiative roll on this one.
Yeah,
Do it.
there's with only the 30 people going, as people get chewed out, this would have been a few hours in. Like, the fights are a little more separated.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people get eliminated quite quickly. This would have been like the dwarf would have smoked a few of the chumps. Same with like the master white dragons.
ADV init and 1 self on next roll. Well, we'll do on once per modifier. And boof, I'll take it off of myself. I have put a thing on myself, so my initiative will have advantage.
Weren't you just going to roll the initiative yourself anyway?
Yeah, but if I roll it this way, it'll do it with advantage, so it'll auto parse.
I guess, yeah.
What am I looking for? 1 second, I'm trying to find my Goliath.
Like a Goliath.
Oh, seems
Oh, he didn't show up. Yeah. Looks like I win.
This you?
Too bad. I was really looking forward to fighting him.
Well, I guess I'll just have to fight the Master of White Dragons instead.
No, fight him.
You say that
Fight
as
the
if
Goliath.
Baxter wouldn't be super excited about it.
Also, I want to fight him.
Guess I'll just have to fight the intimidating cool guy. Oh, yes!
Also,
Kill
I wanna fight
me!
the Master of White Dragons as well.
No, I'm gonna
I
fight him.
am
I'm gonna beat him.
rock-hard.
I'm gonna beat him, and then I will become the Master of White Dragons.
I mean, that's kind of what I want to do.
Well, get in line, because I'm
No,
gonna
I
be the
mean, like,
Master of
it's-
White
it's
Dragons.
actually it's actually
I
a
know.
month thing, Aaron. Aaron's
I
like,
know the full extent of what this is.
Oh, okay.
Where did you go?
I-
The Goliath explodes.
Haha!
We did it.
Did you go?
Just put Gaio on there.
Oh
Who?
God, no. I guess you'll serve as well. The only real difference would be the hammer. Okay, that'll be fine.
Bam, 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 bam.
What'll I give you?
Quick, Bax, pick up that sword and shield.
No, they'd weaken me.
They serve to limit my power.
Quick, Bax, throw some dirt in his eyes.
No, it would limit me.
Quick, Bax, pick up the arena and slam it on him.
No.
No,
It would limit him.
me.
I have to
Quick,
fight him at
Bax,
full strength.
Leave.
No.
No.
Let me add a warhammer. Not an ability.
He left his warhammer at home.
Yeah.
too
I
bad.
couldn't find the. I had a specific enemy that I was just using for the Goliath. Can't find them anymore, so I'm just gonna give this other enemy that's basically the same thing. The Humye. Boop. If you'd like, you can roll initiative for 'em. I'll have them roll theirs in a second.
Do it or else.
That's pretty okay.
That's pretty okay.
Yeah, you're probably gonna beat them.
19.
Not a natural one.
8 plus.
19. There's something about that number that fills me with determination. Maybe that's what we should name our bar. What, 19? No,
Two.
determination.
Doop, doop, doo, 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 doo. All right. Well, this is a good chance for me to. Hey, crowd. You ever want some pre-gladiatorial stand-up? I've been working on my material. So, a Goliath and a dwarf walk into a bar. And the Goliath tries to kill everybody in the bar. But then the dwarf beats him up and stops him. And it's a really cool match.
As
I'm the
They'll-
drone.
I'll just give them
Okay.
a blank token.
A Goliath
fucking
and a
stickler for
half
comedy.
orc walk into a bar.
Boo!
All right, I don't. It's a weird crowd.
It's just Torin.
No one else is making any noise.
This person looks much than the one before.
And
They
they're
look
like,
much,
"Go."
much what?
Heartier.
Hardier. Okay.
Just this wall of meat that is a Goliath. They don't seem to be wearing any armor. They walk out with just the hammer over their shoulder. They give you a firm nod after watching your. And they just lower down into a stance. You are you going first.
Yes. All right.
Get him.
Here we go.
And just very quickly, again, crack my hands together. My gauntlet just let out a.
Let's have some fun.
And I'm gonna go immediately rage, and I'ma charge him.
You cock your fists.
You know I would.
Yeah. Oh, Baxter would. Definitely.
I'm going to not reckless attack on this first attack. I'm going to do it next round. But I'm not going to do it for the one attack. I lunge at him, and I'm going to try to punch him right in his face. Here it comes. I think that should hit.
Nice.
Hey.
Yeah.
Was hovering really close to a lower number.
Yeah,
Alright.
that absolutely is.
And enjoy this! Oh, I wasn't that.
Oh.
It was damage, I don't care!
As they feint back to try and escape the damage, you lean forward and you catch them, and you don't hit them quite as well as you want, but you, just using your experience and everything, you lean down and slam the bottom end of your fist, effectively hammer fist him in the thigh, as you see the beginnings of a bruise begin to form there.
Add 2 damage to
So
that.
you-
I had forgotten to put
Add
rage
2?
on.
Okay.
I was gonna say he
Yeah.
didn't add the thing.
Bam.
Alright. And then I'm gonna. That's where I land.
Light on his feet.
Alright.
They grimace for a moment as the first hit sinks in, and they turn to you. As you see their eyes start to go bloodshot and a grin appear on their face, and they're going to go into a rage.
Yep, I figured as much.
It's a battle of attrition.
I programmed your hand. Of course I did.
Will he reckless attack?
Yes.
Shit.
All right.
He's like
going
you,
to-
but taller.
but a Goliath.
Yeah.
Good. Reckless attack. Do it. If one of us reckless attacks, all it means is that we're both reckless attacking.
Yep.
Just means you both get advantage.
Yeah, exactly.
Both flurrying at each other. It just evens the playing field.
Oh, this is gonna be long.
Yeah.
He swings the hammer over at you. Oh, frick! I forgot to give him an advantage. And boop.
Oh.
What'd he get?
And that one and the 13. He missed. As they in their frenzy, just like foam beginning to appear at their mouth, they slam it at you, step back, and just a wave of sand blasts towards you. That is their attack.
They just foam at each other.
Don't let your rage overtake you, my friend! And I'm gonna go ahead and attack him in a rage. And gonna rush towards
I'm gonna let
him.
my rage overtake me.
And is he flagged for advantage for me hitting him? Does he have grant advantage
I
on?
don't think so. Let's see. No, he's not. Mark yourself for advantage.
Okay. Here comes my primary attack!
That hits.
I assume so. And Divine Fury, and kaboom!
Resist this, bitch!
And then I'm gonna go.
Slam into his face. You're used to this. You know exactly what they're doing.
And I am going to go ahead and go for my second attack. That
hits.
And bah! It's right, you're wounded.
Get wounded, nerd.
They just circling around as you're effectively boxing around this guy. He takes it and horizontally swings the hammer, trying to catch you in the gut. Reckless attack.
Of course you will. Come at me. Also, here, have your turn.
He swings at you, and fuck me, Abel.
Come on, that poor guy.
You were supposed to be harder than the first.
He's just more durable.
The first guy got me started, man.
As
As
he misses, he stamps his foot into the ground, and more sand kicks away from him. There's like a small crater the two of you are fighting in at this point. That's him.
You evolved too soon. You didn't learn your speed type moves.
Oh, jeez. If I go that, then I add an extra. Do I want to do that? I'm not really having any trouble hitting him, so nah, I'm not gonna do that. All right. Yeah. Didn't expect this. Let's go. Yeah. Oh.
Oh no!
That misses.
I missed him.
Punches forward and he grabs the hand with one of the. He like takes his hand off the bottom of the hammer and grabs it to hold you back.
Well, you would have me if I didn't have second hand.
Oh!
Whoa!
The first punch was a decoy for the second
Using
one.
the force and just the weight of this Goliath, you use their grip on your hand to pull yourself up and just slam them in the ear. They're gonna use Stone's Endurance.
Though he faces a mountain, his fists will carve a pathway through!
Oh! They're gonna reduce that by 10, so they take 11. And the weapon damage was 10, so they're gonna half. And they've already resisted that, so I'll just look at what they took. So taken less.
Take that, Goliath.
Yeah, you see a bit of blood trickling out the one ear and some swelling begin. They rush forward towards you, and reckless attack.
Wait, they didn't expect.
This. Yeah, that hits.
It looks
Oh,
like
finally!
They didn't expect it.
As he brings the hammer across your shoulder, you feel like a light crack as something seems to have broken just a little bit. Not enough to cause any ongoing pain, but it's not a comfortable hit. As they hit you square on, they then try and do what you've been doing.
Seems to have been
learning
working.
he's learning as he fights.
They can learn. I have to beat him before he becomes too smart for anyone to stop him.
He must have studied how to use his power.
That's the end of his turn. Back to you.
All right, here I go. Advantage on my first attack. Let's do this. He's still recklessing, right?
Yeah, he's still reckless.
Bah! Oh my god! Have a little bit of divine fury!
Yeah, a little
Not
bit of
great
divine
rolls!
You backhand him, just the steel still ringing his head. He just looks dazed as he, unfocused, slowly gains his footing again and locks back onto you.
I fought walls harder than you! And I'm gonna go for my second attack, which will also have advantage.
Back him down the bad backs.
Spin around, elbow him in the gut. Does that hit?
That hits.
Okay. For you. And...
Bye.
Oh shit, he's still up.
Yeah, he's starting to look dazed, but this guy is a wall of meat.
Bax is gonna be bouncing back and forth on the spot, like, shaking his hands out.
He's gonna run towards you, and yes, plan as will hit you real hard.
That's... I mean, that's my plan. Like, that's what we do here.
He's learning as he fights.
Did he hit?
Yeah. Almost as high damage as he could roll as he like nails you in the chest again with the hammer as you recoil back. You feel some of the blood begin to rush that part of your body as even a bit of the like hammer is actually cut away skin, and you feel just the trickle of blood going down your chest.
Poof,
That's
poof.
that's Abel's turn.
All right.
I'm a rush at him. I'm gonna try to slide under his feet. Because he's big. And I'm like between his legs and come up the other side. And I'm gonna strike him in the back. Here comes the back strike. The back strike? I think so.
Yeah, you using the gap between these huge attacks he's making, slide between his legs and punch him right in the spine. That hits.
And boom.
He staggers forward, slowly begins turning towards you.
And I'm gonna rush him. I'm gonna wait for him to turn towards me so that I can honorably jump up and try to catch him in the jaw with another uppercut.
A few seconds go by, just as you jump up and slam him in the jaw. That hits.
Oh my god, he's still up!
His back and slowly comes down. You see his jaw slightly off center. Reaches up with the hand and snaps it back into place.
Goodness,
Their turn.
you are tough!
You too. He brings the hammer down towards you.
Oh, I definitely couldn't take as much punishment as you. I'm better at dealing it.
That's a crit.
No!
Oh, that's not good.
I definitely couldn't take as much punishment as the hammer catches me, hits me into orbit.
Yeah, you slide from the force of impact.
Not heavy yet.
You're still good. He didn't roll super good. He uses the opening of you talking, just nails you with it, but he kind of glances off slightly. You're a bit too ready for him. He kind of leans back, brings the weapon up again.
Aw, darn, I was gonna say, if his hammer's, like, still in the ground around where I was gonna, like, step on it and go forward to attack him. And... Ooh, that might not have hit.
That misses.
Oh, he's knocked me off center, boys!
Ready for you this time.
Gonna bring it around, try to backhand him? Oh no, he's really knocked me off center, boys!
He was ready for you this time.
He's ready for me
as he steps back twice, missing both, and the hammer comes down toward.
Oh. Okay. Well, you're starting to figure out how I move. Here's a cheat sheet. Towards you. At all times. But you know what? You know what I haven't been doing? There we go. Gotta get this going.
Stop that! Stop!
He's
I haven't been doing it
towards you. With a 12, he misses the sand again, exploding up towards you. There's like a wall between you for a quarter second as it just shoots up into the air from the weight of this hand.
I'm gonna punch through the wall. Sand wall, out comes fist. Oh, I missed the roll because the map moved. Okay. Bah! Bah! And as I see the wall of sand come up, clench both my fists, put them together, charge radiant energy, strike through it, bring my hand up, and I almost rolled another attack. I need damage. And up into him. Go down!
Oh my god.
He like slides back,
Abel.
drops to both of his knees, and just he's hanging on.
Oh my god, I'm gonna strike him and just like momentum going into the air. I'm going to just bring my fist back and try to smash him right in his big Goliath face that probably has 1 billion hit points. Take this, Goliath face.
That hits.
And take This Goliath face! Yes!
Yeah! On his knees, just dazed. You bring your other hand back and just deck him across the face as it slowly hits the ground. Just this wave of sand pushes away from you. And there's just this, again, you guys have made just a crater.
Oh, goodness! Oh, yeah!
Stands up on fucking cheers.
The audience loses their mind as you feel someone grab your hand and raise it in.
Oh, jeez. Again, cracks fists slightly to make a little bit of radiant energy just crackle around me. To just let off, like, the image of, like, fucking combat mode disengage.
The announcer calls out to the audience like, ladies and gentlemen, a bout of fights. Many wins and many losses, but that brings us down to our final 3. Come back tomorrow evening, and we will have our final matches.
Do the final 3 come back out, or is it just Bax out there?
Bax is standing there. You see sat over. You see obviously the Master of White Dragon from his few appearances he's made so far have been quite swift. And you see another armored figure, hood up, with what looks like a set of daggers on their chest.
Fancy.
And I think that's where we'll call it for now.
I'm so happy about this game!
Yeah.
How much experience do I get for those?
What about
do we
all the
got
fights we got into while he was fighting?
It's true.
Yeah.
here? You guys are stabbing the audience.
I'm not losing to him.
Award that from earlier.
Stabs Torrin.
I will not fall behind.
And then those two were effectively.
Yeah, I've got no fucking qualms with all the experience being just party experience.
Sure, I might as well run that
It
way.
would be really gross of me to be like, no, I'm in the arena, fuck you.
Where are they?
It would make sense, but I don't want that.
That would be very sad.
I'm just fucking level 4, and you guys are fucking still a third of the way to level 4, and I'm just like, oh, that's fine.
How's
You guys-
the weather up there?
No, don't worry, you guys will catch up. Oh, sorry, I have a whole nother day of fights that I have to go to. I'll try not to get too far ahead, lameoids. Bye!
That's an extra, what would it be, CR1 and CR2, so that'd be, let's say, make it an even 600. Easiest way to do that. Where's my encounters? I'll distribute that amongst... To be honest, that's not even a huge impact on anything.
600 for those two?
Yeah,
Jeez.
they were no fucking pushovers, man. Although one of them did roll fucking shit for a little bit.
Oh, with that Goliath fight, if he had hit me, I think, for 2 more rounds, I'd be very nervous. He almost did half my hit points, and I say almost, but not dismissively. Like, if he'd gotten a couple more hits, especially if he'd gotten even close to maximum damage on a bunch of them,
Yeah, like that crit was, I think, a 1 and a 3 worst rolls. It's like, oh man, rolling
got
D10s here.
and I got 3 crits in that battle.
Yeah,
man.
you fucked him up.
Logan, could you stop rolling crits?
No, I don't think so. If the price for me getting
Okay.
crits when I'm playing as a player is that I have to keep getting critical rolls on specifically you, that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
I don't want to make that sacrifice.
I agree. It's the same sacrifice I think you're willing to make.
I fucking hate that. No.
We'll do. So I'll get the "cause I say" encounter, and then it'll get distributed onward. And then Bax take another 100 on top.
Nice.
Yay!
Take
Hell
another
yeah.
hundo. I'll go ahead and throw that on. Boop. So. Nice. We're
We
still
got
a ways off from
experience
level
by
4.
watching you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a better fighter because I watched you.
Learned so much.
Learn from these.
I learned
fighters.
more about my god because
I remember
I
more
watched
fights
it.
about fights, and I'm just like, oh man, this is a lot different than what I'm used to. Hell yeah.
Oh, this is great. Fucking, this is
Wait,
what
you know,
I
no,
wanted.
you're supposed to finish him off when you.
Well, I think
Why
I,
didn't you
this,
kill
is,
them?
this is fun. I think this was good. I'm happy that we've concluded Bax's character arc. I'm looking forward to my next character.
Starting out in the fields of triumph.
Hell yeah.
All right. Yeah, we're 2 minutes off from the alarm anyways, so you called
I
it well.
figured, like, as soon as I was like, that fight seems like a good spot to end on, and then we could come in and we can see how the final 3 will go.
Yeah.
Oof. And now we're all
Hell
gonna make some
yeah.
money no matter what.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Motherfucker.
How much money we make today?
Yeah.
What
I
was
don't
the
know how
pool?
much-
What was the pool for the like third place?
So
like
because you
500?
guys have done today, you at least return. So you're looking at least effectively double what you've put in.
Nice.
I got
Cool.
what we.
So you
okay.
made 50. One of you made 50. One of you made 40. And one.
Yeah, I put
The
in the
next day, Bax
Hell
just
yeah.
goes over. You know everything you won yesterday? Put it all in.
What is first place?
Oh, the payout happens after
At
the
the end.
conclusion because if he wins seconds or first, then you get more.
Yeah. So if I win, I'll be getting. Well, currently I'll be getting 10 platinum back.
Yeah.
Nice. Good investment.
Oh, so because you're talking about your bet on yourself that you used. Yes.
Cool.
If I'm
investment
willing to
back
give it
plus-
back. I mean, from the papers, it says I bet on that.
Oh yeah, is that the bet, or were you talking about like I'll be getting?
Yes, that's
Oh,
the bet. So the prize pool is what I said before.
12
for you
hundo.
winning, and then what you bet through a leaf, you'll get the bet back plus it again. So yeah,
Nice.
you bet 5 plats, another 5.
Cool. Looking forward to having all sorts of money and then being like, all right, group, what will you do for me so that I'll pay for our guild? I will become a quest giver.
Please just let us have the money.
I don't know.
Dick, man.
Last time I wanted a certain person to help me with something I felt was important, they just randomly fucking were like, I suddenly can't. So I'm not sure.
If you had been,
I helped you with that, Baxter.
It's true, you did.
give me that platinum and I'll suck your dick.
It's like, it's true. Let's just keep Torin's name off of the lease.
Okay. That sounds fine.
All right.
We did it.
You want
did it.
you want me to contribute
Solved
to the
my
bar? Well,
beautiful
Torn, you need to do
barbarian
one simple thing. Tell me you're a dragon.
Technically, I'm not a dragon. I'm actually a dragonborn. Which
And
is a completely
no
different thing.
investment.
No, wait.
You're thinking half dragons.
I'm
half
gonna
dragons are the things that.
I'll open my own bar. This one that we're in. Widgets, I'm getting the credits ready to go here.
Heck yeah.
And roll credits.
Just can't wait to fucking get the backs and be like, person.
Was the bunny gonna marry 2 PCs to get that bonus AC during the group fight? Heckin'. Pax has to fucking marry someone.
I think they have to be within like a certain distance
Mary's
of
a
you.
leaf.
So they're like
Yeah, they have to
standing
be
in the
within,
middle
like,
of the
30
field, like, oh, don't mind me.
Fucking
Just marry a rogue. And then they'll hide.
Yeah.
Just take a ground-colored blanket, put it over themselves in the middle of the arena.
They use a burrow speed to get under the arena.
Yeah. Hoof. Nice.
Good
All
time.
right. Now I've got to, once we run these credits, I got to take off and start.
Right.
Who are we raiding? That's a good question.
I don't know who they are, but Canadian Nightmare, spelled Nite, is doing D&D Thursday. They've been going for about 8 hours though, so they might be ending soon.
Oof. 8
Woof.
hours. Holy shit.
Table stories.
I can't imagine going 8 hours.
Kasumba is always doing his thing. D&D is live.
I'm gonna end the YouTube recording, then we're gonna raid somebody.
yeah.
So goodbye, YouTube.
Hooray.
Bye.
Bye, YouTube.